Paranoia in hand.
Chat.
Just gonna headshot.
Chat, are we back?
Expecting someone to be on that other side. The rest of the defense have been completely forced off. I like the fact that Heretics are playing this one incredibly safe. Don't want to give their opponents any sneaky corners, any risky spots that could cause them issues.
We're back.
And now in the post plant, this is going to become a
close call, but we're back.
It looks like most of the bodies are going to go with the rifle. Woot's up top now, ready to fire back. The spams in return give away the fact that there's a rifle on the other side. They'll give that some respect. Woot might not. Benji Fishy.
Heretics going to tie the game up 11-11.
There was just one being held down for Texture. Wants to light up a few players. He won't find a damn thing. In fact, with that kill, Miniboo's got himself a showstopper online for the next. In what is a very important round, someone
Slobber knocker, chat. Slobber knocker.
Under their belt.
Welcome back. Thanks.
We'll see if Miniboo can find
Appreciate it.
Well, that's the thing.
Glad to be back.
On the way of Heretics now. I think for the most part, after that first half, we have sort of been waiting for the moment that Gen.G turn it. Round 20 looked like it might be, but no, it seems like Heretics.
Stream go down before Pin Flash react to my message. Type it again. And I will react. Or react Randy to it.
A couple of times. This time they're going to double up. This is a trap setup in case they go towards Mountain. This is a scary prospect.
This is what Gen.G need. Something like this big play. The trap, though, has been escaped. Heretics just about make it out in time.
Woot's TV behind?
The rotation from Woot. Yeah, he's behind, but he's expected as well. Karen's watching it. It'll be a stalemate for now, but with the players coming up mound, the crunch is on. And Karen's the one with the pressure. Showstoppers found him, and it's lit him to 4 HP. The lone defender of the seaside.
What's up, Babazoos?
They're not going to be decayed walking through. Karen needs to be sublime, and only the one to be found. It's worth it. Trading out his low health. In goes the Nightfall. Meteor and Lakia up close. Ready to swing.
Bind game.
Perfect, but then
Build Brim was top fragging most of the game. I went crazy with a Spectre. Crazy with the Spectre, huh?
For the chances to keep all alone against 3. Still a Viper's pit.
Good comm mix.
That's a scary prospect for a 12-11 scoreline.
Heretics gonna win the map?
The Heretics, they're great in OTs. They're looking to try and close out the map in the similar fashion to the last with a comeback. And I think many looked at this
Gen.G or Eco?
Even still,
their economy's broken.
They have shown impressive stones, just to almost like keep themselves from getting mentally boomed, even with rounds that slip away.
The econ is broken,
like 4
chat.
seconds or just about to plant that not goes their way, but this time, even with some aggressive plays, even with some confident moves coming out from Gen.G with a decent trap setup, they're able to escape it and immediately react. And I love the TP coming out of Woot. You can see it immediately put the opposition in doubt of where he could have gone, where he was positioned, and that just made that round so much more difficult.
Yeah, otherwise
good
the
C hat.
players on B probably go sprinting through the spawn, and they'll be there to support Karen or at least to trade him out afterwards. Instead, they have
time out from Gen.G.
Just how deep he could be. 12 rounds for Team Heretics. They struggled on the last map, always on the heels of Gen.G, but not able to take the lead out of their hands. And now, well, the shoe's on the other foot. Heretics just
the shoes are on the other foot, chat.
Be a very competitive close to this series, to this rematch. Not a bit of deja vu from the 1-0 for Gen.G and the fight back from Heretics.
Yeah, they won 7 of the last 8. And then the one that was won by Gen.G used a lot of ultimates to put them into that position. Right now, they have nothing online. A couple away for Meteor, who had an incredible start to this match.
It was 8-11?
Definitely stopped having those.
They started trolling, man. They started trolling.
The wait will be to see if this is the moment where somebody on the Gen.G side steps up to the plate. If they have another plan, because that's it, the prior round they had a decent idea, just didn't manage to capitalize off of it when it was put into play. And you can see the credits are...
All right, let's see.
Look, there are 3 operators currently waiting. They're spending all of their extra credits just to try and
They have 3 ops. Is wild. What if they get punished? What if they actually get punished for this?
Gen.G here. Whose tracers being followed up on. And for Heretics, an immediate stoppage to the play. One of those ops has already been traded out, and I think soon we'll see the same thing.
When
happen,
does Boo
the
play
idea is,
Initiator?
again,
Since
we're making
the
it
start of
a
Champs,
back
apparently,
away.
for this map.
Hopefully, on B or C, someone gets curious. But as we can see, that ain't happening. Gen.G have lost a lot of HP on Lackey, though, thanks to the Ode.
Yeah, both Fade players getting tagged. And there is the kill. That's the
Boo gets first blood just spamming with the Odin.
He's going to be playing this aggressive ground. Snake bite.
Yeah, Charon has to go huge here. Completely boom. Oh, map 3, chat.
But even still, the kills have gone the way of Heretics.
Map 3.
Stand in their way from an impressive comeback on a map that was heavily favored.
I called this. You did, Ultra.
Oh,
wait.
A couple to deal with.
Hold.
Meteor's had a lot of big rounds, and Munchkin, when he needs to, he can step
Hold.
He certainly does need to this time. Two players just around the corner, and he misses them by a hair. Wrapping back around, they're ready and
never mind.
Swinging straight into him. Meteor has the info on the first and knows where the other two are. The swing is good. He spotted them and heard the shrouded step, heard the second two. They've split the angle, perhaps offered Meteor a chance to isolate the fight. And he
Hold!
Lockdown now in play, and it's Gen.G Fishy needing the clutch to keep the dream.
Oh, GG's.
An impressive comeback into
They couldn't beat the Fortnite kid when the Fortnite skin
and now Bind will be the final battleground.
Yeah, it's gonna have
is
to be
in the game.
Comeback from that position they were in. It looked like they were down and out, but somehow this team wants
Pay it out.
dug deep. We head to
Pay
to
it
decide who
out
makes it
to
the playoffs.
Heretics. All right, I'm not going to lie, chat. We might have to stop doing predictions. We only had 9 people gamble on map 2. We're going to need a lot more degeneracy around here if we're going to keep this up. All right. Back to the predictions. Next up, chat, is Bobtail Squid. And already Bobtail Squid. An interesting start to the list here with the Leviathan first, Gen.G second, Fnatic third, and DRX all the way up at 4th. Now, chat, you might think that I'm not the biggest fan of this. And, you know, it's not my power rankings, I'll admit. But I don't mind this order in the top 3 too much. I appreciate when chatters go for the bold pick. They don't hide their lev. They don't hide their lev like belief with a puny second place lev placing. They go all the way for the first place. I can respect it. I will also respect, despite disagreeing, that DRX 4th, Gen.G or G2 second. Is this a bridge too far? What do we think, chat? Is this a bridge too far? Having both Lev first and DRX second. So we have Lev first and DRX 4th. I don't think so. Overcooked, I'm afraid. I think it's rowdy and wild, but definitely within the realm of possibility. Yeah, I think it toes the line where it is in the realm of possibility, but it's unlikely. Let's see if there's any egregious shit. All right, now this is interesting. Bobtail Squid, explain. Explain foot at 13th. And please explain these picks, please. The class awaits your answers. Mostly about foot at 13th. Empty brain, he says. Interesting. Interesting. Sentinel, Billy 14th. Sentinels 15th. Talon 16th. Bobtail Squid, I'm going to give this power ranking a respectable B. You get a respectable B, Bobtail Squid. Yes, Billy above Sentinels and Talon is interesting. I respect the cooking at the top of the list. We might have burnt it at the bottom of the list. Chat, is this a B or is this a C? What do we think? C from Red Ninja. C plus. C plus. That's where I'm leaning to now, chat. I think we burnt it a little bit at the end, Bobtail Squid. I think we burnt it a little too much at the end with this Billy foot ranking. Then combined with some of your cooking here, you left a bitter taste in our mouths, Bobtail Squid. So you get the C plus. Next ranking. All right, we already did Sierra. Sierra got a B plus. Because I thought his ranking was pretty decent. Was pretty good. I mean, this FPX 4th is crazy. I'm actually going to lower him from a B plus to a B. Because that fourth place FPX is bonkers. All right, Pumpkin. Pumpkin, our resident fanatic fanboy. Anders subscriber. Has Fnatic as the best team at the tournament. I'm not gonna lie. I think the top of this is respectable. Now, Pumpkin, I need you explain, please. Please provide an answer to the class for your 8th place ranking of Trace Esports. Yo, Helios0602, thanks for the Prime subscription. Chat, if you have been enjoying the power ranking grading and are also a W community member, make sure you check to see if you have a Prime subscription available now. And you can use that on your favorite streamer. Doesn't have to be Wahoojan.tv. I mean, it could be like PinFlashX.ttv on Twitch.tv as well, you know? I got you first time in your Twitch, but I came from YouTube. W, Helios. Pumpkin has not provided an answer for Trace. And so I think that's going to be a minus, chat. Now, I'm a big Chinese believer. that was legit just wrong. Crew definitely should have been above Trace. Like, they actually looked pretty solid in their first matches as well as playoffs. Much more consistent than the lower teams. Love the videos, bro. You're genuinely entertaining and helpful. Well, I think you're talking about Hooge. But yes, he is genuinely entertaining and helpful. And I like to think I'm also genuinely entertaining. Not as much sure if I'm as helpful, but you know. All right. I will accept that answer for Trace and Crew. I like it, Pumpkin. I actually like a lot. I like this whole list that I've seen so far. I like it, Pumpkin. I like it. I can respect it. I think I disagree with some of it, but I respect it. Bind. Heretics. Look at Heretics comp. Yoru, Gecko, Astra, Viper. Sky on Bind. Gen.G going for pretty basic comp. I'm going to give Pumpkin a respectable A-. I think this is a very, very good power ranking that I think is maybe a little off the mark, but I can respect all of the decisions that have been made in the power ranking. And that's where we'll leave it off. We will be coming back after this to Elsie's power. Jesus Christ, Elsie. Jesus. Okay, we got to hide that so we can have another first reaction to that. Because I'm going to forget. But Jesus Christ. I think B plus personally.
I don't mind it. It feels like they've combined some of the old ideas.
You might not be wrong, Mix. I might have to punish people for the obvious Sentinels hate. Even though I myself am a Sentinels hater.
I think over the brim, like he's so good in those post plants and kicking it off on the attack. I think that's what they're going to be going for.
Well, it's all about setting the pace. Double traps waiting for them as they
chat.
Into the A
This might be the comp.
Moving around the back through
Gen.G might get upset here. Nice play.
Now Texture left on the off angle to try to catch them. Can't punish on the player caught by the trap, but does deny the spike plant.
You are the conductor, Pin Flash. They legit have looked worse than Billy Billy. Yes, I've decided I will not punish Sentinels haters. It might be a little bit of over-exaggeration and incorrect. I don't even know. Maybe not.
But in the meantime, look at the pop.
You will not believe what I had to do to get the Champs Phantom. Did you have to input your credit card information? Oh my God, Rians!
He just about manages to get the kill onto Miniboo.
Rian, stop.
Remaining, and it's Rian's once again.
Sen don't look like they deserve champs.
And Heretics with another pistol round.
Yeah, this time it's Gen.G.
I agree. No, 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 Bobtail Squid. No, 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 Bobtail Squid. You got punished because you put Billy Billy over Talon and Sentinels. And you more got punished for having Foot at 13th and Crew at 12th.
Or at least they thought so. It was denied, but the pumping of the brakes very nearly didn't work. Thanks to Rians, they got it across the line.
That's why you were punished.
For the most part, you only looked at Texture with a Sheriff. He's on the other side of the map to the majority.
Pumpkin had Billy Billy as just barely above Sentinels.
Again, you're going to have Benji on these lurks. Him with a Sheriff is always deadly. And
I'm kind of fucking with this Team Heretics bind comp chat. Okay, Benji. Just kill them all, Benji.
And he may have only had a pistol, but I honestly think it's his best weapon. This now leaves
Sin better than Trace. Well, let's just calm down there. Let's just calm down.
They are just going to wait.
They didn't get washed out in the Gen.G series, right? It was like a mid-performance, not extremely shit. No, it was pretty bad. It was pretty bad.
G Fishy with a Sheriff on a short
Sentinels played one good half.
always manages to
Where he got his
draw
first ace,
your eye.
right?
Their attack half of Haven
Exactly what I'm
was
talking about. The
pretty
guy
decent.
he was
Was
cracked in
good.
that moment, and just here you get a little glimpse
The
of
rest of
what
the
he is.
series was like
Denied medium
a
and
blowout.
Lakia. Last two, and you can see that they're not looking to run on in and give some free.
But as Pumpkin says, right, it's not like they're... I wouldn't say Sentinels are like a bad team.
They're trying to set up Rians. That was what the flag
They are
was.
just the
One
worst.
on
They are
one.
just a
Actually,
bottom
giving
team
the
at
ball away here is
champs,
gonna be pretty impactful.
and
Even if
probably
it's
do not
killing,
do not
it's
really
actually gonna
deserve
help
to
too
be
much.
at
Killing Rians
champs.
at the moment when he has a ghost in hand seems a little bit troublesome. Thrash now available.
13-8 and 13-7. That's not worthy of a 16th place.
They're now going to invest back in and have a
But
really
like,
strong buy going
who's
into
played worse than them? Who are you putting above them? You know, who's played like has no one's gotten blown out. You know?
For Team Heretics, and like you said, Tom, Thrash is online for Rian's an impressive
Let's
pistol
see.
round. He's a gecko, so he's planting. And with that, they're set up nicely.
Billy lost 13-9 to Fnatic and then 13-4 to Fnatic. That would be your competition, right? And I personally said Billy were worse. The only other 2-0 series was Lev versus Talon, which was 13-11 on Bind, 13-8 on Ascent, so closer than Gen.G Sentinels.
He's going to step up with two. A great start to this round, but there was a response.
The other 2-0 series were Edward Gaming versus Foot, which was 13-9, 13-10, a lot closer than Sentinels, and G2 versus Paper Rex, which was 13-8, 13-9, closer than Sentinels.
Certainly finds with boot down the spike.
Like, the only team that I think you even have an argument for being worse than Sentinel's performance so far is Billy, which I would agree with you that Billy are worse than Sentinels.
Now, in goes the Thrash. Second time. See what ground it can find. Nothing broken.
Thrash committed here? Rians just thinks he can win. I think they'd beat Vitality. I could see that. I think it would be a close game between Sentinels and Vitality. I agree with you.
It just gives you flashbacks to the only map he was allowed to play when, back in the day. But there's a reason that they brought him in for that map. There's a reason that he was always so good at it, and it was just that...
I could see them winning Crew. Didn't Crew beat them?
Players might overextend, go for the glory, try and find yourself a moment. He's not going to do that. He wants to make sure that while there's a gamble stack, while there's players on one side...
Yeah, a mix. I would like group...
And especially with the changes that happen...
I would probably group like all the bottom 4 or 5 teams all as like the same. Like if I was tier listing, right, they would all be like the same level, you know. But I would have Crew a tier above that group. I think Crew are pretty decent.
And of course, the last being a bonus round, there's still plenty of finances to...
Like if you think DRX are really good, then you have to put some respect on Crew. Because Crew blew them the fuck out on Haven. Crew absolutely shat on DRX on Haven. And Haven is supposed to be one of DRX's best maps. Now, Crew are a little inconsistent and kind of weren't great on the other 2 maps, but, you know, they still blew them out on Haven. That still happened.
But that's not the case. Heretics eventually will have to take a gamble. 40 seconds left, and it's time to make a call on where we're going. I think the TP to a B split.
They're trying to find the trip. That's the bigger issue. They want to go...
Yeah, Pumpkin, I preded Crew to actually make playoffs. Because I thought they would be able to beat DRX. We'll have to see in the rematch. We'll have to see in the rematch.
Waiting first is easy, and now they have to go. There's only 17 seconds left, and they're all just falling to this judge. He's gonna take them all.
All right, Charon.
If they're gonna go for this, they need to sprint to try and retrieve it.
No time. No time.
Down, there just is
2-2.
not enough time. The judge, and it pains me to say it, is going to win the round for the side of Gen.G and even escape.
I feel like Paper Rex is one of the teams where the placement is most unknown. I actually kind of disagree. I feel like Paper Rex are one of the teams I'm most confident in my read on them.
But I think they'll be happy enough with that performance. The weakest weapon bought up, the one that finds all the results. This is,
I
mean,
yeah, I don't know, Hyperion, whether this was laziness or if they were out of util.
Waiting for aggression, waiting for a mistake to be made, and in the end, that was their mistake because Gen.G are a patient squad and one that's happy to sit back and let you play yourself.
It's like you have a
Like Paper Rex in my mind are not Trace, where it's like Trace beat Vitality, but I'm not sure how good that actually makes them, you know?
Already though, okay.
Like, I don't know how much of that is Trace or actually a really good team, and how much of that is Vitality or a really bad team, you know?
Come out in their favor, to strike. Thought about. Benji's also taken a lot of control.
And there's a couple teams like that, like DRX, for example, right? How good do I think DRX are because they 2-1'd Crew? Because they got blown out by Crew on map 1, and then they pretty handily beat Crew on the other 2 maps. Oh, well, thrifty round for Team Heretics here.
Exact same as last map. I said he was just harassing them by constantly waiting on angles they weren't expecting and stopping them.
But for like a power rankings, I'm like, okay, I don't really know whether some of these teams are like bottom half or top half based off of who they've played so far. Paper Rex, I'm very certain that like they are a bottom half team, right? That they are like down, like not competitive for a top spot, you know?
It means Boo can play anywhere on the map. And you saw the attempted rotation. Like, this was a weaker buy where a lot of players initially rush showers, and you even had a player sneaking his way through mid. The expectation is, okay, if there is a lurk, they're probably a little bit further back, wanting to play that utility. Instead, he had pushed quite far into the position of B short. And when they went through long and cleared everything out, he just had one little rat spot that was enough to catch them off guard. A big round for the side of Heretics, winning with low economy. And it's not going to obliterate everything for Gen.G. In fact,
what's up, bros?
Back in with an operator here. I think Texture wants to challenge if they try.
All right, I'm gonna lock in, chat.
Oh, it makes sense, yeah. At this
point,
point,
he almost didn't get the timing.
At this point for the
because I'm actually really interested in how these,
how limited it often is. You're gonna have a couple of rounds where they're gonna.
In how this
definitely the name of the game more often than not for Gen.G. Now they can have that middle ground.
How this comp from Team Heretics plays, because it intrigues me, chat. It intrigues me. We'll get back to the power rankings after the map.
They even shot the fake out this time because they were so worried about what.
Because this series is really important to how highly I kind of view Heretics.
This is the one major factor with this Yoru that plays such a huge part. It's just the space and angles that you're able to clear.
Is Woot okay? What did he do?
How does Gen.G react to this now?
Well, they need to break the camp. They're hearing it activated here and there inside of A. And well,
wow, Heretics just kind of bait the triple swing and they win it out.
He sat on the corner waiting for the re-aggression. A smart play, misses the shot to start, but he gets there.
Mini Boo with the Premi movement.
Well, they know they've got all the space to work with.
He's had the same weird facial expression for like 5 minutes. I don't know.
Gen.G may just want to save these weapons at this point.
Yeah,
I think
even in the late round, they're using that thrash just to make
Heretics have probably shown me enough that they are in that same tier as the other like contender teams, right? Where I could see them winning the event, which are to me in no particular order. Like I had to order them for the power rankings, but no particular order. I think Fnatic, G2, Team Heretics, and Leviathan are all around the same level of good, where it's like, if they hit their stride at the exact right time, I could see any of those 4 teams winning the event. And I would put Gen.G above them as being like, I see this team as the favorite. I don't think Gen.G are as big of a favorite as like Fnatic were in the tournaments last year. Yo, Adam Litz, thanks for becoming a knower.
Looking at the individuals,
is this Madrid Icebox Gen.G all over again? No.
certainly has.
Mine's kind of attack-sided.
GEN.G, albeit not in this round. Again, 2 rifles.
And texture is doing the damn thing.
Well, I'll take that one right back. There's some weapons
You're
being
welcome.
traded.
Appreciate you, Adam.
Slumber in play.
Oh, that Rosen?
Gone before
Oh,
the
because
lands.
Charon killed him. Never mind. Never mind. Paper Rex is a bit overrated. Agreed, Red Ninja. I actually need to update my power. I'm updating my own power rankings as I kind of think about it right now.
The hero rifle he had has done just that. Even the support of Charon from behind, and now they just fall back. Even using the Seekers, it's not the worst ult to expend in a moment like this, just to make sure that you haven't lost too much ground in a certain position, or maybe even wary that they're about to make the hit onto long. Instead, though, Hookah is the play, and with a defensive smoke in position, I don't know if they're going to try and risk it and jump out. It seems like they are going to try and potentially make a move around it, but you can see Lack here is honed in, ready and waiting.
Is NRG even in this tournament? No. What happened with Sentinels NRG? When did they even play? A long time ago. Yeah.
Everybody now stocked up with free upgrades. What a round from GEN.G.
Yeah, the start of it is already just absurd. Dodging the flash and then just, again, this is why you put this man in the bracket of best duelists in the world. He really does just take rounds into his own hands. And after what has been acquired to start, like they have 1 kill before that point, but at any moment, that can be where texture takes over. And then again, just falling back into those passive positions off the advantages that have been had. Instead, early information fought for. An immediate use of the ultimate, but Charon's going to ignore it. Just try and deny anybody else from pressuring.
They know exactly where he wants to go. Secondary location chosen. Mini Boo out of the ult and catching Charon on the fallback. Flash around the left side. Meteor's done well to keep.
All right, I've updated the A+ power rankings a bit, chat.
The 4th and denied the 5th. It's Woot keeping it alive for Team Heretics.
Guys, who won between Optic Gaming and Loud?
Only Munchkin between him and a round victory.
What's up with the C9 versus guard match?
A minute on the clock. He's going to use the TP to immediately rotate, but he's definitely
Woot's locked in is what he is, Mix.
His opponent already being there. Munchkin stood in a spot where
1v1. I think this 1v1's pretty
you
big.
would have the knowledge.
It's a big momentum switch.
Woot's actually just going to look to fight him. Get right up in his face. Go for
Oh!
the
ADS?
lands the final bullet around the Meteor. Well, he gave everything.
The ADS?
But everything
The
wasn't
flex
enough.
on him?
Not this time. 4 kills. And well,
That's
we
big
said
for
Team
Heretics.
Came in, warmed up, ready to go. Certainly seems like we had
This Heretics comps I kind of think needs like
good positioning around the back.
maybe
He
8
got the info
on
so
attack.
quickly on the second player up close.
Confused FPX and NRG don't know how. Oh, got you, Adam. That game hasn't happened yet. It will happen not tomorrow, but the day after tomorrow is when FPX and Sentinels play.
But never quite pulled the trigger.
The pacing looks a fair bit quicker this time.
Should be perfectly fine on defense.
Immediately. It's a position that Lackey's gonna remove
Maybe.
some of that late
No,
position
Sentinels and
scoring on.
FPX. He was saying that he confused NRG with FPX.
Defensive players on
Like,
the other
he
side
meant
of
to
the
write
map.
FPX,
Gonna
but
try
instead
and
he
use
wrote
to pivot
NRG.
out, the counter spam. It's perfect. In fact, Rians has found 2 through the wall.
GEN.G's comp's kind of bad on attack.
The other side. Still Meteor's here. He managed 4 in the last round. This time that would be enough, but he's going to be decayed all the way down, and that will be enough for Benji to clear him.
Could have been either player that he took down. If it was a
GEN.G
Viper,
is not cooking.
perhaps they'd be in with a
I'm not
chance.
the biggest fan of the
Instead,
GEN.G comp,
maybe
no.
again, Charon's gonna toy with
Feels
the
like
of the
old.
strike straight through
It
the
feels
smoke
outdated.
and the wall. Benji couldn't find a safe space to hide.
But it's
Now
not gonna
they
matter
really
if you have
careful.
okay,
Orbital
they're
strike
dead.
in play. Both players trapped. Gate crash available. Used, but Charon
Wow, Woot is insane!
to Woot, but it was traded out just a little bit too early.
Wow, dude.
Both just go for the fight. Like for Wu, it's understandable. He is screwed. Like he used to have to run forward, running back, he's dead. For his teammate, they both go for the fight, and it's just that he lands that bullet quicker than the orbital strike can kill him. That's
Okay,
insane.
Rians.
Two through the wall, then this kill through the wall, which removes the pit, and then literally that shot is the difference. If he goes down even a split second sooner,
I thought we lost. I thought we lost. I thought we lost.
6-3.
All good, bro. We did it.
Equal half for Heretics, and you can understand now while that pause has been taken. There's been some deadly close rounds for Gen.G, but
It's starting to slip away from Gen.G, chat. It's starting to slip away from them.
Many, including myself, thought this could be over. They win the second match in incredibly close fashion with a great comeback from an 8-4 deficit.
It's slipping away from them.
Now, well, it seems like all the pieces are aligning at the right time, and you can understand why on the other side of things, coaching staff, some elite level coaching staff, are going to look to try and slow
I know I'm only like silver, but wouldn't the better way to play that for Gen.G is just have one peak once they have ult kill? You can't guarantee that they're both in garden where the ult's hitting.
Within their grasp, just rounds away from taking it, guaranteeing playoffs.
I think is the thought there potentially.
To go to lunch early, but instead it's Team Heretics now. Double the scoreline of what Gen.G have brought to the table, and that has to have some emotional weight. The coaching staff have had their time to discuss. And we're going to see a stalemate in the early round as, again, Team Heretics pump the brakes and wait for Gen.G to make a move. And that's just not happening.
I think the scary thing as well is who's already in that lower bracket. Sentinels, a Masters winner with the opportunity to watch this game, watch every single round, try and pick it apart. And FPX, who...
I mean, Sentinels better hope to God that Heretics are the team they play and not Gen.G again. Sentinels have no chance against Gen.G again.
Already used. He while blind, double blinded.
Dude, he's getting just util dumped in hookah or in lamps, and he still gets some.
Right into the hands.
Texture the overswings though. That's just not a good play. The Gen.G players try to play. Zek and Neon about to be goated. Icy haven't. Uh-oh. Team Heretics are back, baby. They're back.
Well, if the last couple rounds didn't tilt you, I think that one might get you.
Is that the first knife with the champions blade? I can't. If there is another one, it's.
We've entered a new universe, chat.
There's just no need, boo.
We've entered a new universe.
He's going to enjoy that one, and of course, it's got to be frustrating.
I think I should have subbed on Discord instead of Twitch so I can get more for real. You can link your Twitch sub, Adam, to your Discord account, and you will have the exact same amenities and stuff like that as a Discord sub, as a Twitch sub, whatever tier you are.
Not to see the level of this team, but right now, well, we haven't seen a lot of them over the last few rounds. Ultimate's still there, but if anything, the Viper's Pit can easily be countered by that dimensional drift. In fact, it's going to be used
Up, here it comes.
Just try and clear things out.
Well, he's got some space, but he's forced straight into a.
I don't think it's a top 4 anymore. It's definitely a top 5. Yeah.
Finally manages that opening with Woot down, but Karen and Lakia fall right after. Now the pressure on for Texture, his teammate on the other side.
I don't think I would change yet Gen.G's placement as being the favorite.
They pulled those kills right back, and now Munchkin.
But I think, oops, hit the wrong button. Sorry, chat.
Pit not going to be useful here.
But I think Heretics definitely move up.
He's already rapping. He's just going for it. He's just going to take the fight alone. You can see the confidence from this Heretic side is off the charts at the moment. And the big round from Benji. I think he was the one that traded back those 2 kills that ultimately looked like it was going to be a problem. Yeah, quick reactions.
Updated tier list, chat. Updated tier list. We're live. We're live right now. Updated tier list.
We are seeing uncharacteristic performances.
Updated tier list, you all.
I think a couple of his kills came in a singular round. Lakia has gone amiss. They've been able to isolate him. As said, normally a very
Second,
safe pair of hands.
they're beating the
When it comes
best
to that
team.
B-side, they have pressured him.
They're beating the best team.
You know,
Who needs it anyway?
yeah.
They're beating the best team right now.
One of the
They've been more consistent than Lev and Fnatic all year.
struggled. They got 4 rounds on their attack. They couldn't string
Are we sure it's the best team?
together.
What metric would you use to say that some other team is better than Gen.G throughout this year?
Impressive, the adaptations. Like, they changed their composition, and I think it was for the exact reason you're talking about. Bringing a multitude of...
NA bias. Ah, what? True. You're right. You're so right. My bad.
Floor all of the issues that they were having, and the times they did run into
Lev beating Juggernauts like
now pressure on again
NRG and Cloud9. You're actually right.
Viper's Pit. Oh,
You're actually right.
in time, but he still falls, as does the Pit, leaving Meteor with
All right,
Sight on
Gen.G,
Gen.G.
keep it together.
And the advantage
Let's make
now
it a
towards
game.
the defensive side. Spike recovered, and
Lev beat
Heretics have to
G2.
think about taking this somewhere else. And Meteor still around,
Yes,
having
but
all these kills.
G2
One safe haven for them to
made it
power, so
further
he's on the
in
molly,
Shanghai.
forces him out of the round, that is. It's only Rien's 1 against 4. He has to do it all by himself. The whole squad bearing down upon him. They'll at least have a light at the end of the tunnel on Gen.G, finding a round.
That was
The end of
like
the
basically
half, 8 to
last
4,
year.
though.
I see.
Strong lead for Heretics moving into the next.
Yeah, that's the thing. It was same in the last map, but Heretics have already proven that with either of these teams, there's always going to be
I'm just
potential
very
giving
skeptical
that little lease
of
life.
Lev.
We'll see if Gen.G can do the same after the break.
I feel like if Lev had just been even a little more consistent at Shanghai, I would believe in them a lot more. But I'm so scared that they're going to just crumble. Lev have had too many times this season where they've just completely shit the bed. Like, none of the other top teams, I feel like, have, like, just completely shit the bed, except Fnatic. Fnatic kind of shit the bed when they finally... They didn't even make Madrid, similar to Lev. And then when they got to Shanghai, Fnatic didn't win a series. Now, let me check to see... I need to real quick check who did Fnatic lose to in Shanghai. Because I know they went 0-2. They lost to Foot. Gen.G, a 2-1 loss to a very close series to Gen.G 2. Fine. Foot, where they got blown out. Makes me worried, chat, which is why they look a lot better in Split 2, and I believe in their Split 2 performance more than Lev's, which is why I have Fnatic above Lev.
After facing against that comeback, now here on Vine, this new comp for Heretics.
But
Yeah, it's a comp that I think, again,
Yeah.
help them out quite a lot when it comes to that attacking side, clearing angles, the same thing they were having.
I still would have Heretics, I think, if Heretics are beating G.
Always adapting. But now,
But Team Heretics above Fnatic and Lev? Yes, dude. That Team Heretics
can we still see some of those
have had a better year.
impressive turnarounds of rounds that look
Lev
like-
Mazzino gonna carry them to the promised land? I hope, Hyperion. I hope.
We're going to see that step back up from Gen.G because we know that this
Why are we
is
still
any
doing
moment
champs for watching the
we get
finals
back
right
into
now?
the
That's
game.
what I'm saying, Lily.
You see some magic
They were
from
ass in
Lion
regular
Temperature. Now it's
season.
gonna be the pinnacle point.
What,
All
who?
them being set up.
Heretics? No, they
If
weren't.
you're not careful,
They were like, they had like, let me see. They finished as the #1 team in EMEA. They were the #1 seed.
Assume it's a B hit, but it is most certainly not. Gen.G walking straight into the A site, and only one man, the snake in the grass, the man who got a knife kill. But
Heretics went 8-2, above Fnatic in EMEA regular season.
And we're back to equal territory.
hey, don't see Tiger kills too often nowadays, but
They didn't have a good
still,
playoffs.
puts things even. There's going to be a flank fight as well.
They lost a team vitality twice,
Considering the plant, it's going to be difficult for them
which
to
is
get
not
that
great.
back here. Already eliminating Benji.
Skog kill? Let's go.
This is looking clean.
Gen.G are back. Gen.G are back, baby. They're back, baby.
From Gen.G to kick off this second half.
They were dropping max they never should have because they weren't playing this bind comp. They weren't showing the new stuff for champs.
We're going to be getting back to close territory. At least you'd imagine that. Gen.G forcing their opponents down to an eco in the next. The Tiger kill.
Yeah, exactly, Lily. Heretics had a perfect regular season. They had one bad week.
It's worked out this time. And Munchkin, well, he got 2 kills there. Only 1 counted. The wingman extermination. 3-round gap between the
They had one bad week.
Gen.G are no slouches. This isn't a team that's going to.
And this mixed guy's like, let's just like fucking, let's just fucking toss out their entire season where they played better than every other team in the world besides Gen.G.
Traps and camera left behind to cover A aggro as they will take space.
And let's trust fucking Lev. That's the crazy thing, Mix, right? You can't be like, I don't trust Heretics because of their playoff performance in EMEA. But then be like, I do trust Lev, though.
Overall, there's not a lot of expectation, but somehow
who have had multiple. Wait, it's getting a little scary.
Back to an even scenario. None of the weaponry's been retrieved. Mini boot.
Okay. They're getting it together.
Looks like they've rectified what was a dangerous start. Boo's still standing. And he's going to find the timing, the pistol.
Like, I would be more okay with it if you had a different team than Lev.
The knowledge of where Boo remains.
Not gonna lie, I know nothing of Valley Sports. All good, Lofty. That's why you tune in to the watch party, and I teach you. This is such a messy round. Yeah, it was a spaghetti. It was a spaghetti round for sure.
You have to look at every missed chance, every opportunity that slips away from them. They're looking at a potential repeat matchup.
Yeah, Miniboo's not been at his
comes down to the absolute wire.
Peak level, Lily.
Games you're ever going to see. And the other team,
but I think Heretics have such a strong team that like it almost doesn't even matter. Will they be able to beat Gen.G? Maybe not. They can probably beat everybody else though. And Miniboo has not even played super well in this series, and like they're maybe about to beat Gen.G anyways.
It's always harder to beat a team the second time round, and well, for Gen.G, maybe they're finding that out here.
Why are they?
No, it was a little different last time.
Oh, okay, this is their bonus. I was about to like, why are they on Guardians? No, they're on bonus.
Position 8-6, last round, big one from Meteor. The fact that he goes late through Hookah where the trap play was, but those players had already been pulled to sight by the hyper aggression down B long. He catches a kill on sight. They get the information.
Heretics would not have had half the season they had if Na'Vi actually decided to play properly. Do you think Sin beats Heretics if Heretics loses to Gen.G? No, no shot. No shot, Lofty. Lev has been my favorite team since kickoff 2024, even though they lost early and I called the comeback in the later stage after they were eliminated in the server. I like Lev a lot too, Jess Nova. I want Lev to be really good. Nice shot from Boo. It's just they are more shaky, and they scare me more to believe in than believing in Heretics.
They're starting to look pretty problematic. This bonus round had a lot invested into it. Maybe even leaving Munchkin with less desirable economy for the next round if they don't manage to find a little bit more here. Wanting to
run, Munchkin! He gets that.
One of his last bullets before the reload. Karen has actually found another. This comes back into a competitive.
Whoa! 2v2.
Such smart play.
2v2 for the bonus.
The player further back and just kept falling back, retreating and taking the fight. Guerrilla warfare.
Charon.
Gen.G
Meteor.
And now Rienz has to do it all. This round was looking so heavily favored, and instead they are massively on the back foot with the defense underway. Though here comes the swing.
Nice. Oh my God, Rienz is so good. Mix, this is who you think are or have had a bad season?
Red Bull clutch, in fact. For Rienz.
He has been lights out in this game so far, but that That seemed like an
Wasn't
impossibility.
Benji a Fortnite pro? What the fuck?
Massively
Yes, he
wingman. There
was.
0% chance I think he wins that.
He's
Otherwise,
now a
they're
Valorant pro.
split across from each other. It should be the perfect crossfire, but I think it's almost the fact that Meteor ends up swinging first, both having deeper angles, and because of that, there's no immediate response for the trade. The main thing, though, is Rian's read.
Rian's
The
is
fact
such
that
an
he works
underrated
out where
player
both
for
of those
real.
players are.
I think he's getting to the point where he's properly rated. I think most people who pay attention to VCT, like all the analysts and stuff, would say that Rian's is like probably the best recon initiator player from EMEA currently. After Leo kind of had to step back, I think Rian's pretty cleanly fits into that spot.
Out looking for an opening duel. Just
Takes that
away
title.
from swinging straight into the angle with Miniboo, and that is a definitive
Rian's is a
fight.
little underrated, I think, still. It depends on who you're talking about, right? If you're talking about the average, like, Sentinels fan, yes, he's underrated. If you're talking about, like, the people on the analyst desk, like Plat Chat, no, he's not underrated.
They're going to have to reclear everything, though. Tiger being used just to remove any doubt. Benji's aggression is punished, but
good trade from Rian's.
Thrash is available if Rian's wants to use it, but finding a safe.
Who has the best clutch rate with a good sample size? I'm not sure. Let's see if there's been any big clutch rates.
Look to try and lock off some of these spots instead. He's going to be caught in it, but he goes swinging instead. Texture deals with him.
Texture?
As well. No trade to be had. The nade will deny any repeat.
You done did it like that?
Does a lot of damage too. Wood's down to 70.
Shy has won 4 out of 9 clutches so far in champs, which is pretty good.
Corrects to it before he even gets to the angle. Absolutely unbelievable gameplay. And for Heretics, now they're okay, being punished for absolutely everything.
Let's see from stage 2 if we can find anything. During this save, I'll see if I can answer your question.
Denied for now. 9-7 for Gen.G with Miniboo saving this weapon on the other side of the map. I was going to say attempting to, but it looks like he's got away scot-free.
The best clutch rates from Americas of players who are in champs would be Valen and Jonah P have both won 9 clutches during stage 2 of Americas, for a 24% clutch rate for Valen and a 23% clutch rate for Jonah P, which are the highest in the Americas region. So 24% is the highest so far, chat. Let's keep that in mind. China does not have clutch stats. Pacific. Ooh, here's the clear most clutch player by far so far, chat. Buzz from DRX has a 29% clutch rate, having won 14 out of 49 clutches.
Equal footing with this squad. Texture's nade. It's going to cause some problems. Woot will be tagged a little bit, I believe, in that corner.
Quick question. What's the best way to punish myself efficiently but not harshly to learn from mistakes? What do you mean by punish? You don't need to punish yourself for a mistake. You need to just be aware of a mistake. You don't have to, like, hurt yourself or punish yourself or have, like, a consequence, you know?
Gonna go swinging. Woot's found that kill as well. Another 3v5 attempt.
Let's see. EMEA, is there anyone close to Buzz? No, not really. It's Buzz so far. Chronicle is close with 12 out of 58 for 21%.
No, they didn't. And Miniboo finds Dream, but it's the fact that
Hero is the closest. Hero has a good clutch rate, but like not a lot of sample size.
It's a free upgrade, and now everyone can go swinging because you've got 2 rifles to work around. It's this one. That shot, free rifle, free ability to swing this one as a team. And shots every single time.
I like as well. Again,
beautiful Gecko Sky Flash combo right there. Yes, I also was paying attention to the round.
You can double pop flash almost everything because you have so much to play with. You can even then combine that with stuns or grav wells. There's just so much utility that disrupts everything that's Gen.G's doing.
Yoo-hoo.
Their own economy is on the brink. Woot is about to get aggressive, looking for a fight. He's going to find one. The trade will be there, though, but there's a second player for Heretics as well.
And that Spike sat alone now outside of A. Meteor finds a bit of ground, but only the one to be landed before Rienz is able to trade back. He's been locking down control of B long. There's next to nothing that anybody can do to seize back a position there. And oh, just a split second away from seeing that player. Texture knows there's someone close by. And a TP from Mini Boo!
Oh, Mini Boo, sneaky. 2 rounds, chat.
And the balls to go for that. Unbelievable.
In a 3v2, that's mental. Like, you could have easily just thrown the round away, but again, it seems like when this Heretics roster gets more and more confident, they go for these scarier plays.
I've seen bigger comebacks.
They got beaten.
Oh, yeah. This is still, like, not over, for sure.
I want a piece of that. I want to throw that back in Gen.G's face. Meteor. Well, I think he knows that's not real.
Imagine if it was real,
Well,
though.
at this stage of the round, 15 seconds, he's just looking to save. That's all the goal is. To try and keep the gun through, but there's a million and one angles.
What do you mean? Mini Boo woke up? Lily, you can't say Mini Boo woke up because he got 1 kill.
Nice and strong. They're going to hit themselves towards 11, and I wonder if Gen.G need to try and take a pause, maybe recalibrate.
Let me cope.
One of the last
Okay.
Tom, so a good time for it. 11 on the board for Heretics. Early aggression working out. They try to trade it back. Meteor does a good job at least finding the one, but this man here is just unhinged. and keep in mind, I don't think he had any iota where that player was. He's just mad. But sometimes you thrive in the madness, and Heretics most certainly are. One of the other
that was actually a potential round throw by him just TPing into the open and like maybe dying.
These losses round by round, the chance to go straight to playoffs, take that higher seed, just 13 to 11 on a map that they previously demolished Heretics on, and now 11 to 7. If they lose this,
I like the updated comp chat from Team Heretics. I think it's good. It makes me confident too that one of the reasons why they didn't perform as well in the EMEA playoffs is because they were potentially working on updating some of their map pool.
This is just a different beast. No one in this group is going to be able to handle them, and it's who's going to be fighting for second. That was a 13-8, 13-7 when they faced versus Sentinel.
Remember that guy who said they weren't saving strats? I do remember that, Lily.
Texture and Karen. Right now, Texture's having a rough one. He's gone missing for the majority of this game. At least this map in particular.
Oh, Texture and Lakia not looking good.
I said, when on the attack, sure, he has to go diving in. We've already seen it a few rounds ago, the double entry he was able to get. It seems like they're going to go for that again. And look at where the
Mini Boo did genuinely look like Sit, so I wouldn't be surprised if both. Yeah, I mean, it's probably a combo of both. But it's not like Mini Boo is like hard carrying right now, you know?
Instead, they focus right in front. Texture already in, but he's been let past by Boo.
Boo gets 1.
As a result. Luckily, they were still clearing those.
Good reaction, though, from Benji Fishy and Rienz. Like, they take long, head to hookah now.
Where the spike is planted.
Seekers online. Kill for Benji.
Post plant here should be pretty good, but it's going to be expensive, I think.
Force them into awkward battles. Texture has done so much. Wu is tagged for just 3 HP.
It's going to be expensive, because I don't think they get out very well. Good flash.
Benji gets 1.
Woot gets Texture.
Well. This is starting to fall apart a little bit, but they
Charon gets Woot, though.
Still looking for where that last man standing. Charon holding his ground as he'll come out with a third, but that spike is already being diffused. They have to get towards it.
Nice.
And guess what? Another 4K will be there for Gen.G. An 8th round on the board.
Charon is so good, dude. He's so good.
And I'm so happy to see him have this kind of performance because we hailed him for the impact of some of his rounds. Even over on Abyss, I felt like he got so many 2Ks that didn't light up the sky or anything, but they were essential. You can see if he got one less, rounds not going his way. This time, though, here on Bind, he's really hit his stride. Now sitting 23 and 11, the kill leader by a long shot.
People look at this as Well, unless someone, I guess, like Wu.
They have realized that the B bomb site is free for the taking,
The
chat.
Rookie of the Year is already decided, and it's hard to argue with. Karan has been fantastic throughout the entirety of the year. A trophy under his belt, and Gen.G, one of the favorites.
Gen.G, just keep hitting B. It's just Astra.
To lift that Champions Trophy alongside
Gen.G, look at your minimap. It's only Astra here.
most successful year.
Gen.G, just look at the minimap, bro. You can see it.
One that's almost impossible to beat if they were to do it. And as being proved here, there is plenty of resistance. Heretics.
I can't believe we are still on the first match. Yeah, kinda. Same. Yeah, it is.
Multi-frag has got himself one away from an orbital strike.
It's been a long series. It's been a really good series. It's been fun to watch. It just has. It's a absolute slobber knocker of a series. These teams are so close.
Team Heretics gambling the wrong way.
Which is good for the people who are saying FPX are a top team. If Heretics are this close to Gen.G, and FPX played Heretics basically to a standstill. Oh, Gen.G are saying it's not over yet, chat.
Finds a plant at the last second for Gen.G.
They said it's not over yet.
To put 9 on the board with the man advantage under their belt.
Yeah, they put him in an impossible position. That execution really couldn't have done anything more. And actually, it seems like Heretics are just
Heretics saving. So I don't understand, why are Heretics playing only one player at B? Like, is there anti-strat just that like Gen.G never go B or something?
Another round over, send the economy sky high for Gen.G.
Are they 4v5 saving? Yes, they are.
I honestly couldn't have been any better. Have the pot flash initially, nade to the
I don't think it's a bad idea either, to be honest.
And then just forcing him into a fight versus the team.
Retaking B is tough.
Once that ground is completely given up and they gambled on an A site stack, you almost have to save, even if in a 4v5 it's tough to do.
Yeah,
they're playing to the money
no
line.
doubt that they made the right call there, but now the call for the timeout comes in. Heretics haven't used one so far, but 11 to 9 up. The gap has closed massively, and the gamble stacks on the A side didn't work out. You can't help but think that maybe what they're missing here is having someone like Miniboo, even if they want
Heretics confident they can win 2 rounds before Gen.G win 4. I like the call. It shows good discipline and like understanding of like the macro and like percentages, right? That like we want to play, like we have a better chance of winning next round if we save 4 rifles over.
I think for me it would maybe make a little bit more sense to have one of the initiators there. Because right now, what it's coming down to is, okay, there's 35, 40 seconds. We've not seen anything from Gen.G, so I'm going to put up a smoke. And it's like, okay, well, they can play through that. They can go above or through that utility. Whereas if you're throwing out that Dizzy every once in a while, it's going to give you the information eventually. And I think that's what they're lacking for a composition that, as you said, has a Yoru that can go aggressive and find info, has 2 initiators that have flashes that give you info. To have 2 rounds in a row where a team is able to hit into a site that you are unaware of until they are in your face, that shouldn't be happening. And I think that's why we've seen a pause for the side of Heretics to go, okay, that gamble hasn't paid off. It wasn't worth the risk. We're playing without information and gambling on them giving us something.
And it's even on the A side, the way they're approaching it, it is a trap play. It's why I sort of say about the Yoru, because the initiators are meant to be on the A side, popping their flashes out, flooding them with blinds, and then
all right, let's see.
through, but that means you're not having.
We put way more people towards B this round,
There's one player
or
outside
doubled
there,
up
they know that for
showers.
sure.
Stacked
The
the wrong
gamble
side
stack
again.
on B is not going to work out because short has been taken for free.
Seems like Heretics is gambling them going A. They're trying to do the idea of like,
And Meteor,
wow, dude.
Expect him to get a kill or 2 there, and he got both. Of course he did. Even blinded up.
Slobber knocker, another 13-11 incoming, chat. Who will get to 13? Who will be the 11?
So difficult to find a way back in. I guess they've got some extra credits to play with. That's why they're going to try and run into what is Texture. And while he wanted to try and get all 3, instead he gets the 1, but does a lot of damage. The remaining players have no choice but to try and leave this position. But again,
Another save, yeah.
Meteoric heroics that end up closing out.
They're
the
just
round.
losing
There
the
was-
round basically
and again,
before
look at
most of the
what was
players
being
can
done
even
by Heretics.
play.
I don't mind it. They needed
They're
to
trying to
pull
do
that
the
back.
idea of
Find
like
that
we
guy
just
flash
need to
this will work.
correctly gamble
Just like the shot
a site
from Boo.
once,
And of
win
course,
it,
the
and then
sentry
that's
we've
that
seen
point.
from the side of Heretics, there's so much economy for the attack.
But
They
it
wanna
feels
try and get rid
bad.
of the guns as well. Munchin has done well. Is Boo really going to survive on 2 HP? It looks like he will.
What a round. What a round from Meteor.
All right, let's see
I was
it.
gonna say, I somehow expected
Can
him to
Heretics
kill two.
buckle down?
Fully blinded.
Wow.
Double spray to the head. That's absolutely ridiculous.
I think they both checked.
I don't even
left.
think that's ridiculous though. They're within like
clear the wrong way.
Mitch is saying that's ridiculous, but that's perfectly reasonable for a Phantom. Like he's just posted on an angle.
It's Meteor to take
Like
the
if
kill.
he's blind, he can expect them to be swinging him, especially with how that blind popped, right? It popped right inside of a dome smoke.
What a difference one
So he
round
knows
can
they're
make.
about to try and
Heretics,
push and
they've been
swing him.
struggling to put anything
So
on the
him
board.
just like
There's a lot of
spraying
differences.
is like guaranteed to probably get two.
Heretics are trying
No,
to
maybe
make
not
the
two,
calls
but
of
like whoever's
how many
pushing him
rounds
is
they can
probably
play this
dead there.
tournament.
Like it's
They
not
don't
like
run. I
his.
think they might.
There's many places the
Waiting,
bullets
but
can
it's
go.
only going to be the one, and they know that, or they should know that Woot is around this angle. The Tiger just being used at the inopportune moment.
All right, regroup towards B.
Not going to find anything.
Why are crowds so quiet at VCT matches?
Again, the ultimates seem to just lean
I went
slightly
to
in favor
Paris
of
Major and it's
Gen.G
crazy here. It
and
feels like
themselves
golf.
into
Be
the
quiet
most
till they
part.
score,
I like
basically.
this duo, though.
It
So good
Lofty.
at getting
Let's.
info, finding
I
the
think
plays.
it's more just for this venue in particular. Yeah, they've turned the crowd mics way down. Like they don't have mics on the crowd, so we can't hear them.
And we've seen the B side under pressure with just one man holding it. They were overwhelmed. This time, no.
All right.
A lot of gaps in the side of Gen.G.
Heretics looking like they got a solid def. Oh my God, Meteor!
Meteor manages to find himself one. The side
It's Charon and Meteor. I'm scared.
stood underneath.
Okay,
Three
Benji
kills
Fishy
already to his
instead.
name.
Fortnite's on him.
the way.
Oh,
It's
okay.
Benji.
2 chances.
A game, a series
2
of
chances.
with 12 to 10 on the board at long last. Team
2
Heretics
chances for
and
Heretics
series
to
point,
upset
playoff
Gen.G.
point.
That's the main thing. It's a little bit of a break, but more so, it gives you a good opportunity to dodge some pretty fearsome teams. Think about those #1 seeds. The potential
Benji
of
Fishy
someone
went
like Leviathan
crazy
you're
in
not
this
gonna wanna
round.
face off against. I guess it's
Huge
some of the other
4K
ones,
from the
maybe along
fish.
like things coming up a little bit later on. I think DRX or Fnatic. It's
Huge 4K from the Fishy.
there's definitely real opportunities to dodge some heavy hitters, but more so not have to play in that decider match.
Which, for a team that all year we've been talking about burnout being a big factor,
Yeah.
for Heretics it's so important to get that win on the board. Now look at this. We've seen the judge in this position before. Dude,
Oh,
damage.
it's
There he
over.
is. Well, he's not slowing down.
It's
on those
over.
shots. A double kill. Players dropped. And indeed,
Oh, and look at the
Thrash
discipline. He
catches
brings the
off.
Thrash back.
Meteor's taking a risk. Has to
Nope,
get this
it's
kill.
over.
It might
It's
just be
over,
a 2
chat.
versus 5 needed to stop Heretics. And it's Rienz who's in position. He wants a little bit of revenge.
All right,
Gets one
Munchkin
blind.
literally
Munchkin
is one
not
tap.
long for this world. 18 HP. That's not the gun he's looking for. But even still, this looks like a bridge
Wow.
possibility.
Who would have thought?
And for Heretics, a team that struggled towards the end of EMEA.
Gen.G.
played versus FPX and
Uh-oh.
were almost defeated. Maybe even should have been. They're coming up against
My
the
bracket is
inarguable
actually
best
still
team
alive
in
with
the
this
world
Team
right now.
Heretics win.
And unless
Huge
in
from
30 seconds,
Hyperion.
4 kills are going to Munchkin. They've taken them down.
It looks to be just a formality at this point. An impressive comeback in the series, in the map, and Benji Fishy to
Wow. Huge from Team Heretics.
Everyone expected Gen.G to be the ones taking this.
Wow.
But somehow, Los Niños.
Los Niños come out on top.
Team that we've
Holy. What a series. That lived up to the hype of this being the banger day. This being the banger day. Alright, Faith fully restored in Heretics. Faithfully restored in Heretics, which again shoots them above the other three in the like contender spot for me. I still think Gen.G are the favorites. I still think Gen.G like are the slightly more powerful team if we're doing a power rankings. But Heretics are right there now because they fully restored my faith in them that they are capable of getting back to Shanghai levels of play. Which also means that FPX are looking good, chat. FPX are looking good. FPX lost 2 overtime matches to Team Heretics in the first series in Group B. And beat Heretics on bind, I think. Let me see. Yeah, we just watched. Not with this comp. They changed their comp. Heretics changed their comp a lot, actually. But FPX beat them with this goofy-ass Yoru chamber nonsense. And then FPX looked really good on Abyss. And then Team Heretics barely squeak it out. Because, like, FPX forgot how to fucking defend the bomb site. And then Team Heretics barely squeak out a win on Lotus against them. So, FPX stonks are up, too. Yeah, technically FPX played a closer best of 3 than Team Heritage or than Gen.G did. Well, is that true? By like literally 1 round. Well, I guess by 3 rounds. FPX are technically better than Gen.G by 3 rounds in round differential. But yeah, Group B, like 100% the group of death here. Alright, knowing what we know now, let's keep grading people's pick'ems. Elsie. Elsie. Now, Elsie, how are we going to have Trace Esports above EDG? When I know, Elsie, you were at the watch parties and watched EDG dominate Trace. And how are you going to have Billy above FPX when FPX dominated Billy? Please explain for the class your thinking, Elsie. Trace found their footing now. Elsie, I love you. As the #1 China analyst, I like the enthusiasm. But, the thing is the rest of your list isn't even bad. The rest of your order is pretty solid. Pretty defendable. But this You didn't even rate the Chinese teams in the proper order, Elsie. Is this it, chat? Is this the F? Is this the F? Or is this a D minus? Which is worse? Which is worse? Trolling with the Chinese teams as the top 4. It's gotta be an F, right? It's gotta be an F. Because literally everything is wrong. Because even though like the rest of the tier list is in order in a respectable way, they're literally all 4 spots off at least because she put 4 teams above them. It's got to be an F for the #1 China fan. All right, Just Nova. Now, Just Nova. I just woke up. What the fuck happened, Pinflash? Team Heretics look they are showing their championship contender level form. And there might have been a wee bit of choking. Does that mean Trace is now the best team in the world? Yeah, by the law of transitive properties, that yes, Trace are the best team in the world. Actually, we might have to go back and apologize to Elsie's tier ranking. Though actually, it would mean that EDG are the best team in the world. Because FPX beat Trace, but EDG beat FPX, so... Now, we've already talked about, I like the G2 call out. I'm not going to punish you too harshly for this. But this is clearly a miss now. This is clearly a miss now. DRG beat EDG, so DRG #1. It's true, the Dragon Rangers are reborn! Team Heretics would go beside G2. So you would like swap them and Lev, or like move everyone down 1 and Heretics go up. I'm not going to punish you too harshly, but we got to grade it on what was submitted. Move down. Okay, so you would have Heretics 3rd. And then, like, everyone else, move down 1. All right. Fnatic 5th is a little rough. I don't know if we can put G2 and Lev above Fnatic. And then this is an interesting... All right, let's look at this. Based... Based. Questionable. Ah. Where'd my lines go? This is questionable. And I feel like this is unacceptable. This is also questionable. All right, have a good sleep, Ultra. Can we get Preds for Fnatic versus DRX? Probably not, Loop. I don't think many people are Predding. I will give you all one chance, though. Start prediction. Fnatic, DRX. I also feel like this is pretty unacceptable. There's no way you think that Talon are this much better than Foot. Right? We're just being a goofy little guy here. I just don't hear a Foot, so they are unexistent. I see. I see. All right, I'm gonna give this one just Nova. I think this is a C. This is like an averagey. It averages out to a C, right? Like we've got some good in here. Having Paper X Sentinels team vitality ranked properly. Foot too low. FPX too low. Trace being above FPX and Crew. Don't know about that one. Talon, way too high. You already said you would move Heretics up, but that's also recency bias. G2 and Lev, I don't know if they can be above, if they can both be above Fnatic, and DRX definitely can't be above Heretics. So I think this is a C. I'm pretty sure this is just the, like, we've averaged out to like a very average grade. All right, next up is Gremlin. All right. Instantaneously, my guy is calling his shot. My guy is calling his shot. My man hates DRX. My man does not like DRX at all. Even though, he says, even though Crew have already lost to DRX, I'm gambling that Crew run it back in the lowers. Why do so many people have Crew so high? Yeah, this is the highest we've seen Crew on anyone's list. But Crew suck? Okay, let's calm down, Trevor. Crew don't suck. I think Crew are like here. 10th or 11th. Crew more like grouped. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Now, again, we obviously underrating Heretics a little bit here. I think the top is relatively fine besides Heretics now. I think this is very high for Crew and FBX. Even though I also am a base DRX doubter. I really thought Heretics were fucked after barely beating FPX. FPX are just good. They're just a good team. as we see with Trace beating Vitality, right? China's just a pretty solid region. I kind of like the rest of the list, though. Outside of Crew and DRX, I think this list is like relatively fine. But I think Crew being number 6 hard caps it. Pinflash does not know what to do with FPX. No, I think FPX belong. I would just swap FPX and EDG. I think FPX belong right around 8th or 9th, depending on your preference. No, I was question marking them at 10 for being too low. The FPX are 8th or 9th, I think. In my opinion. I think this list gets hard capped by the Crew pick. I think the rest of the list, I think it's a B minus. I think it's a B minus. Why are you question marking them at 10? Well, let's go back to the previous list then. I'm question marking them because this person has Talon and Trace above them. I'm question marking why we have FPX at 10 when we have Trace and Talon above them. And Just Nova explains that by saying Talon and Trace are goated, which is fair enough, but I also say fair enough, I give you a C. Next list. Hyper Serato. Hyper Serato getting a little mix up at the top of the list. I like this. Points for 6th place EDG. This song's not good, Lost in the Clout. EDG 6, good call. I like it. I like it. I like the pick. I think you also get bonus points for having Heretics 4th before the game we just watched. I think you get bonus points for that. So I think the top of Hyper Serato's list is pretty good. Let's see if there's anything that's going to really hard cap his grade here. The only thing chat, that is bugging me about this tier list is this. But I honestly don't mind it a ton. I weirdly don't mind it a ton. I think when I originally did this, I put Foot at 8th. So I think Hyper Serato, even though I don't agree with all of the order, I think you get an A minus because I think basically all of your picks are within like one ranking. You know, 1 or 2 rankings. I basically don't think you have any team outside of their appropriate area on the power rankings. So that's an A minus. Are you grading up to A or up to S? I'm giving teacher grades. So the highest grade you can get is an A plus. I think this is an A minus because, like, I don't know, like, a lot of this I don't think is the correct order. I think he has all of the teams in the right spots, but not the exact right spots. If that makes sense. Next list. Next list is Nikhil. Okay. We've got a lot to talk about here. I'm already seeing a lot to talk about. Is Nikhil here? Is Nikhil here? Yes. Nikhil, you've been asked to stand in front of the class. Defend your third place ranking of FPX. We need a defense of this. Waiting. Chat spam Hooj waiting. The class is waiting. Waiting. Waiting patiently. Careful character limit. True. Let's see if there's anything else that stands out. FPX have been very good throughout all the international stages. Well, that's incorrect. They were not very good at Madrid. I agree that they didn't show that same level of prowess domestically, but they always show up internationally. Also, they are all very good looking. Okay? These are not bad arguments, but I need to ask, for example, how do we justify having FPX third, but the team that's beaten them 6? You think about it, Nikhil. We gotta lock in for the map pool.
Two prolific teams in the history of Valorant facing off against one another on the champion stage.
DRX Fnatic chat. Are we gonna see it?
Always brings it. Now
We are!
Dimension. Unfortunately, Fox
Get hype, chat!
Thankfully, you don't need your ankle to play Valorant, so he's going to be okay on the stage.
I heard Boaster broke it. He wanted an advantage before the game. He just snapped.
Well, then he
Chat, it's a Fnatic Abyss!
This though, Abyss coming out here. DRX picking into it. Fnatic have left it open. What a trap. I'm sure
This is literally the same map pool we just saw.
It is.
Here we go!
Specialists that they seemingly always do.
Cooking on new maps will always be one of my favorite specialties. Abyss looks like it won't be an exception to that rule. They brought up the Anders tweet!
They brought in to make their Lotus comp that has been the meta on Lotus for literally 2 years.
I hate to see the way they do the tax documents and all that stuff. I mean, goodness gracious, get him in and out, in and out.
Yeah. No, I swear, he's an independent contractor. He's not an employee. No, this guy cooks. He's very good at coming up with good
He
ideas.
cooks.
So I'm
He's
excited.
very
It's gonna be similar
talented,
to
they
GEN.G,
say.
Where they come out on Abyss and they're playing stuff that...
Oh, we see it! We see it, chat!
And we got a spoiler of that.
We saw it! We just saw it for a second!
From G2 in Americas running this.
Oh, it's just the G2 comp?
With the Astra in the mix. I think this
It's
makes a
just
lot
the
of sense
G2
for
comp?
Fnatic. Boaster loves playing on these Astra maps. We already saw
Anders?
in the first match of
Anders?
how valuable that double controller comp
Anders, we were
making space
baiting
and good
this,
on your attacking side.
and it's just the
super
G2 G2 comp?
It's very similar to what Gen.G were running. It's just that Alfier's coming out here and playing the Killjoy gives them a little bit more information on their defense side and even cringier post plans.
Yes.
Oh,
And we know
my
you love
God.
cringy post plans, buddy.
Oh, I love them.
I mean,
this comp is good.
Pull up the telestrator again.
yeah.
I think it might be
Don't
the
know
best
how
of
the
this
Euros
comp.
seen him playing a lot
I'm
of
just
that
a
in
little
Stage 2 and
disappointed
Italy, and I
because
think
of
it's
how
pretty
Anders
good.
was like
There's
hyping
a
it
lot of
up.
combo potential in this comp happening. Fnatic is playing a new map. We know they have been practicing hard, and this is their chance.
We're gonna have to lock in though, chat, to see how if they play it all that differently than G2.
Who, by the way, are totally happy that they get the Cats DRX yet again. It's Achilleos and Paper Thin.
Thank you very much.
Why is he in a
it's always
bathrobe?
Exciting, but especially with this matchup here.
Chat, why is Achilleos in a bathrobe? And why does Paper Thin look like the child cartoon character in an 80s cartoon?
We've got both Korean teams playing. I might as well wear some traditional Korean garb. For those
Bro,
who
wanna
don't
be
know,
comfy?
Joguri, and this is a part of what would more commonly be known as a hanbok.
I just didn't get the memo. I
He said it, Hyperion.
I think I'm the one who looks a little bit more out of place.
Okay, fair enough.
Well, let's see which team will find.
Don't
their way
speak
here
down
on
on my
this. Of course, we have
culture.
Fnatic
I
kicking
see.
things off on this attacking side.
Well, when a white dude with glasses wears it, it looks like a bathrobe.
Play this. Buzz once again on top of that box at B, the same as we saw in the pistol round against.
Yeah, what is this wall, Anders?
Foxy 9 to try to cover this angle. A jiggle peek and Buzz gets the first.
Up,
kill.
well,
Able to find that first. Blood Chronicle going to be taken down. He's looking for the second, but we'll just go ahead and tailwind away.
Anders?
Unable to nail
The
shot.
wall?
Durka still at full HP. Suppressed here for the moment, and does actually get a
Sir?
He's going to be down to 70.
Right, but because of this Yoru, take a lot of extra space. Bane challenging, got Turka down to 45.
Poster able to find one. Bane now going to be eliminated straight out here. The Sova's gone, but Plant still not coming in. The Spike still needed.
Surely
Lost the
this
cap.
isn't
It's
our
coming through
wall.
now from Boaster. Passed over. He'll tuck back. Plant
Planting ledge.
Paranoia crashing across, able to get the connection there onto the Yoru, but they cannot try to capitalize. No, Buzz does, managing to find him. Second kill here for the
Uh-oh.
Jet. For now, the man advantage in the hands of DRX.
Nanoswarm just landed, delaying a little bit.
Uh-oh.
Here's Buzz eating a little bit more damage.
We
Fnatic
do have the
trying to
cringe
buy as much
post
time as
plant,
possible.
though.
Still going to be dumped. The hold coming through. Foxy 9 body blocking. There's the grab. Well,
Great
Mako
grab
still
net.
Gotten this one up to half. The poke and prod hero going to be good to take down the enemy. Omen flashback just trying to say tuck.
Uh-oh.
With a 4K, we'll go ahead.
You
and
literally
scoop up
said
the
you
fifth
liked
round
this
win.
wall when
Yeah,
Gen.G
you're already
did
seeing
it?
some of the
Did I?
ideas that the desk was talking about with
I
the
didn't see
composition.
Gen.G throw that
Very
wall.
post plant heavy on this attacker's side. They have lineups for the nanos. They have that grab.
When I said I liked the Gen.G wall, I was talking about the one at A.
Before he takes too much damage there early, going to be so crucial in these post plants. You have so much ability with the smokes, with the grab gloves.
I like
with the
Gen.G's post plant, which did look very similar to this, but I didn't see the Viper wall.
Got to try to push past this pillar towards spawn to start clearing players out of Fnatic because it's going to be near impossible to get this defuse.
All right, they changed to
Really heavy
a
purchases
slightly
here from Fnatic.
different Viper wall than the
Sharing
one I've
Ghost.
seen defaulted.
Firepower still there,
No,
alongside
you
these three
specifically
Vandals.
said you liked the wall on my
As
life.
DRX have
I
been
promise you, because I remember what you're talking about.
That is not
I'm
what
not gonna lie, I didn't pay attention to Gen.G's first half of their pistol. I saw the post plant,
Here for the side of Fnatic.
and then right after the
A lot of
round,
the heavy lifting in this
I
round.
saw them throw the
Just
A
pistols,
wall.
those you can afford to throw over.
And I remember it because I thought it was like flipped from the normal wall I see on
Similar
A.
scenes, and now let's see what exactly DRX wants to do. Most likely,
And I was like, I like this wall. And then I was like, wait, it's just the standard A wall.
especially once they
It's
realize
all
that
right.
firepower is there, maybe
But I think
one
it's
person
because
can
we
take it
talked
down.
about, like, the
Man,
wall
look to try to tuck
came
it
out
in
on
this
A right after the B round
Still
pistol.
up into mid.
I don't remember seeing
Well,
the
Anders just had a
Gen.G
ghost, so if I
wall
can go
on top of the
backstab and
little
get even
shelf
closer to
box
this
and stuff.
fight
Because I
versus
think
mid,
their
that's
Viper
gonna
was
be all right
dead
with
pretty
me.
early on
He's being
into the
watched
round.
for the moment, and now they will note him. Quick little swing out. They're going to look for the challenge. The swoop forward, and Buzz able to find that one. Grabs the ghost here. Chance maybe to do a bit more damage, but he himself still tagged down to 40. As the spike will get
Wow,
rid of the damage. So it's
DRX.
going to be a full 5-man sacrifice here on the side of DRX, and Fnatic move up 2-0.
Just all died to the bomb.
so
Pretty
standard
solid.
Eco round there.
3 rifles carried over for Fnatic.
Now for Fnatic.
Fnatic just abusing B.
Be able to buy up for a couple players. Plenty of cash saved over
You
there.
specifically said you liked the wall on my
Early
life.
op,
And
yeah,
yeah.
early op.
Maybe.
Here,
I'm
that's
pretty
close.
tired.
Here's the
I'm not
second
gonna
one.
lie.
Comes
My
off that
brain
pass.
not
Good
working
pass,
too
yeah.
good, Trevor.
And this is really crucial to DRX's defender side on this map, is getting Buzz that op early.
Wait,
being able to
Wendler
lock
told
down a
me
lot of
this
different
very
parts of the
similar
map.
wall. I
Whether it
asked them
be- whether
about
it be mid,
segmented the push too
he's
much. I feel
really,
betrayed.
really been good in those moments. He's done a great job of holding angles, knowing when he has to back off, taking fights when he can.
Yeah, I
That
kind
goes
of don't
a
like
lot,
it
but
that
now
much
Fanatics
either,
had a bit more
to
time.
not gonna lie.
Take a look at some of the tape from DRX. How are they going to be ready? Last time around, they let this angle go unchecked from Buzz. No util to clear it. Let's see if there's going to be a different. Yep, they're going to use the drone. And
But maybe Wendler has a different opinion on
face.
Viper walls than Anders does.
Doesn't have that updraft available either, so can't just try to reposition up into having Jickle peek there from
Uh-oh.
shot. Foxy 9 at the same time, able to find Hero.
The
And
apparator.
will take down Poster, but now Durka answering back, keeping some parity here between the numbers. CP's forward. Plant now coming in. Critically allowing that kill to come through means that trap wire not going to find value. Couple shots in.
Oh,
Buzz gonna be
down
good
goes
for a
Durka.
second. It's now just Chronicle and Alfier, who's since picked up that operator to try to hold things down.
Oh, nice.
Fragment in and out, able to find one, and already this is dicey here for the side of DRX. Monko does manage to find Chronicle, but now they know that the op is in play. The flick shot not going to connect, but somehow Alpha is able to tuck back. Gets himself out to safety.
That's
Buzz
the peak,
holding
though.
The hard angle, the peak in.
Yeah.
Buzz up over the top, making sure he can't get legged. We'll find a third kill. And that will be DRX getting on the board, but they do lose out on 3 players.
Yeah, still though, critically
Expensive,
you're finding
though,
some
for
really good
Fnatic,
moments here
right?
for
Because
DRX to
Boaster
step
by
up
an
and
op.
take players down. Buzz getting Boaster after that first op shot reveals his position is a really nice pickup because you eliminate a whole bunch of really difficult parts of this composition that Fnatic is bringing. You're taking the Astra down, you're taking that op down, making them have to switch it over to another player. A little bit of frustration already from the Fnatic coaching staff. This is the first time they're debuting this map ever and seeing what they have cooked up.
Yeah, I mean, I think minor frustrations are okay.
Probably gonna try and get some to sleep. You're not excited for Fnatic Abyss preview?
That being said, though, Durka
The
does have
debut?
the ult ready to go. Going to be suppressed here for the time being, so they know what side of the map he's on. So if the dimensional drift comes into play.
One thing I also really like about this comp for Fnatic versus the way DRX likes to play this map is that it gives you a lot of ability to control space in mid with the Astra and the Viper.
I'm pretty
potentially.
EP.
You can really
All right,
get
Red Ninja, get some
DRX's
sleep.
ability to sort of get those
I
free
won't
picks
force
through mid,
other
'cause they've
people
been
to
really
stay
good
awake like I
at
am.
nailing. You can see Buzz right now.
It's
He's
gonna be
currently
tough
watching
for
the
me to
op.
make it through this
Alpha's
one, I
over there
think,
as well.
too.
Flashback going to be using that Cypher cam to keep his eyes onto B, but you have that extra layer of control there for Fnatic to gain a little bit of extra mid space. I mean, it's given teams that have played DRX on this map a lot of discomfort. And I'm really curious now. Flashback was absolutely nuts on this map against Crew.
Flash lineup.
Be able to dial up another crazy performance. Buzz getting aggro.
Stomping across the site here, going to be met with that flash, and that's going
It's
to
a
be
pretty good flash.
in the site, spike plant coming through,
They're not even taking the site.
really burning that potential ult charge, but now the mask will come on. Buzz trying to play elusively, drops down, just continuing to watch this wider angle, as it's a big wraparound over towards heaven here. Up in the tower, rather. Here for Durka, head going to be spotted out. Seeing the pop flash to turn from it, the decoy going to be sent.
They're not even taking the site,
Make
chat.
things a little bit more complicated, but Bane's able to find 2. Lineups now starting
No
to
one
come in.
can
Buzz
stop
able
the
to hold the
defuse.
down to happen. Eats quite a bit of damage now, down to 58. Pop flash from Foxy 9, swing onto the corner. Albier going to be good for it. Buzz right back in onto the spike. Can they get
Oh,
there
they
in time?
can
Instead of
stop the
a star, Rebel coming
defuse.
through. He cannot scope
Wow.
and Buzz is going to have to back away.
Okay. Dude.
Can't quite hit that shot.
Fnatic are literally doing the fucking Fun Day Friday challenge.
You can see that so much of this round. And so much of
Fnatic are literally doing the like, let's make it so that 45 seconds pass without the defense being able to defuse. Like literally 2 at the second, perfect timing on the util. I thought they were fucked there. When Bane was just sticking, I was like, "There's no shot." Like all of them are on the wrong side of B main to swing to get them off. But the util was just like perfectly timed,
We'll leave Durka at the moment.
like
watching in
insane.
case Buzz was going to be going for a smoggy play.
You should just
Better safe than
pre-record
sorry.
audio of you ranting about
Don't know all the
something for
angles,
45
VCT,
minutes so you
Buzz
can nap
posts them
during
here
match
in
2.
mid, reinforced by
It's not a
Mako.
bad
Blue
idea,
right
Hyper
behind.
Serato.
Widely, these knives,
It's
that's a
not
big
a
punch.
bad
The only real
idea.
punch that DRX have aside from a singular sheriff in the hands of Flashback. Losing that operator due to the spike in the previous round certainly hurting DRX's odds here.
No doubt about it.
How many times do you think Fnatic are just going to go B? Do you think they go A even once?
Use a dart to clear a little bit of space. Fnatic now starting to make their way towards B. Just Foxy9 there currently.
There's the watch, but Buzz still going to be good
Okay,
for 2
that's
before
what
you take it down.
DRX have to do to
Very
stop
solid
this.
value found.
Stop Fnatic.
It's continuing to do some damage, at least stop the snowball.
Yeah, you all could use the
of economy
TTS
here.
pin
Push up
flash
into
to
the smoke,
entertain
Foxy9.
you,
Unplugged by it, pushes out, gets a smattering of damage across on the Durka.
to get
Find that
interaction.
kill. Boaster now watching a quick peek of the shoulder there from Bane, who has to back away.
I love the way they're
Mako.
using this Yoru.
Slinking in from behind, recovers that weapons, able to
I
find
really like
gives them a fighting
that
chance.
DRX
Start
are
to
showing
take it
the
down. Flashback with a
understanding of
headshot,
how
but
they
headshot
have to
too good
play
use now.
against
Alpha.
this, though,
Oh, he's
already.
lonesome.
It actually makes me more...
For the next round is Bane caught
It makes me
unawares.
respect
Set up here.
DRX more.
Double nanos on
How
top,
quickly
but that
they've
headshot
adapted
comes
to
through.
this.
Nanos don't mean a damn. Flashback will get them over the finish line. His second kill of the round, second round win for DRX.
Appears as if
As they
just
go
go
ahead
B
and
is
pick
the
up
best
victory.
strat for a
And
Briss.
this is the
Yes,
patience
yeah.
that you need to see from DRX to get into the backlines, to start disrupting Fnatic. You can't let them get into comfortable post plants. You have to be coming at them from multiple angles. You have to be taking out a couple.
What is Alpha doing? You see how
You know, near global
Flashback
abilities
gets a kill
available in this
on the
comp.
flank is what he's doing.
Very good job here for GRX. And are they going to be able to take the lessons they learned from this eco? And
He
build
didn't
upon
feel
that
he
in
like
rounds? But
assumed
overall, I
that
really like the way
Flashback
Fnatic,
had taken the
especially, really
space
trying to feed
and went to go
right,
get a
getting
gun
ton
and
of
B
work.
main. So
He's
he
the only
assumed
one planting. They've got the
he
lineup
had
of
back
VCT
control
towards the
sight
backside. That's another
and
thing there you might
not
wanna
front
consider.
sight control.
Going into this one,
So he's
Durka
making sure
does have
that
the
like
pickup in hand.
he
She's
doesn't
away from having
he's
that
not
accidental
exposed to
grip
front
online.
sight.
If there was
But
a cover,
Flashback had an
a setup
amazing
to
play
try to get yourself a
where he
back-to-back
like
win.
killed someone B main and then went all the way around silently back down that long ass mid corridor.
Look to try to deny them the opportunity, but first up shot going to be going wide. He gets tagged down.
Like it was really well played by
Over the top,
Flashback.
spot of the leg. Able to find Hero, Buzz on the repeat, taking down Chronicle. But he's just stuck here in the
Like
smoke.
the
Durka
craziest
easy enough
thing
to
about
do.
this
As
hit,
as
they're
a
actually
punch,
coming onto the
go
site
ahead.
this time because they're on
Slumber
eco.
base. Pushing forward, though.
Well, okay,
Foxy, man,
Foxy.
firing squad. Able to find one apiece here before Bane gets taken down. The flash
Oh,
is gorgeous on the back of the site.
Is that's a wasted Euro ult, right?
Go ahead and bring us to parity, tied up.
That's Euro ult down.
Nice job here by DRX, cutting off Fnatic at the point of attack.
Yeah, Euro ult
Never
gone.
really letting anything snowball out of control there. Dealing with
DRX
the
are
ball
adapting
very
really
nicely.
well.
The lockdown and the Viper's Pit to consider. You do have the Hunter's Fury to counter the lockdown though. And Buzz there, all the util in the world dumped at him. Great flash here from Foxy9, has help from above from Mako. Good double swing. And the fans, the hometown fans, liking what they see so far for DRX. Now let's see.
They need something to cheer for after the opening series.
I mean, it was still very close. There was still a lot to cheer for, just didn't end probably the way they wanted.
Well, now, lockdown still available. That pit at the ready.
We're finally gonna go A,
Fury,
maybe.
Plenty of util available here to the side of DRX to try to gain the lead for themselves.
Yeah, and they've got all the kind of tic-tac-toe counters to what Fnatic wants to do.
Yeah.
We're all hidden.
You have the neural theft in case they Viper's Pit. You know, who knows? With the null command, that can be used in a lot of great situations. You get a good read on where the attack's going to be. Oh, Mako.
The timing from Mako.
Good from Mako, catches the lurk.
There's the assault here on the A side, still going to be coming through. Cam able to get the ping out, though, onto one. Boaster just trying to hightail it out. As Flashback now, Neural Theft going to be in play as he pushes
Nice
up
from
into the side of the cage.
Flashback.
So Reveal getting ready to come in. Spam across. Not too much going to be found there onto Alpha here, but he's able to dodge out. That shock dart. And now Fnatic are in such a rough position. Turret still available to him, I do believe.
Did they just call to save?
As that would note this position, but Buzz doesn't push far enough forward. Now he says, guys, I've got the spike.
This is just what this mid control that DRX likes to establish on this map does to you. It makes it so difficult to go anywhere. You have to fight tooth and nail to get into these sites.
Yeah,
sometimes.
Fnatic lose because they
This is
go
gonna be
A.
one of those rounds
They've
that's
lost
really
3 in a row
gonna
now.
be a save at this point for Fnatic.
They might be getting countered,
Just
right?
have to stay set back.
Mm-hmm.
And all it takes is those little plays, like Mako did here. A lot of times it's been players like Bane and Buzz doing a great job controlling mid. Sometimes Foxy9 as well. Mako now using that Omen ability to get in there and take a player down very nicely. So things looking pretty rock solid for DRX. And yeah, Fnatic's going to take a timeout. Now you're starting to get a pretty good read here at DRX. I love
Actually,
the
no.
middle
It's going to be
aggression
really
in
hot
particular.
today.
That's something that has to be addressed by Fnatic.
It's going to be
this
like
time.
95.
Let's see what the call looks like, but I think overall a decent
Timeout
here
time?
from the
Yeah,
side
we
of
need a
Fnatic. The
timeout.
streak, the run back here from the side of the RX, something that you want to break immediately.
We are getting countered.
We'll see what the purchase ends up looking like here for them. It's probably going to be a couple half armors, or mostly half armors across the board. Maybe a Guardian or a Bulldog having to be there, because not everybody is going to be able to get that rifle.
I think the lack of complete info for the KJ is a case for Cypher over
The
her.
two of them are going to come into play.
Yeah, now you've got the Cosmic Divide as well. So that's something that gives you an extra layer to set up maybe a bit.
Potentially. All right, have fun at the gym, Nikhil.
Just get that plant down, get into those deep post plants rather comfortably. You know, use that to make it so DRX obviously has no idea what's going
Let's
on.
Buzz set up on
And if they're not gonna
that
push
top
through it or
cat
anything like
angle
that,
and hold the rotate
you
because the
can
turret
do
doesn't
what this
see
comp
him.
is meant to do, and that's delay,
I mean,
delay,
but like,
stall,
does a
stall, stall.
Cypher really counter that?
Be a little bit more aware of mid. Maybe that's something that I think they look to have Hero do in the previous round. Maybe give him a little bit more instruction on how he can handle it. But it's tricky to fight this DRX comp through mid.
The Heretic cam setups do,
Buzz
yes.
has been solid with the op. Bane has hit some nasty shots
Interesting.
on this map. So things you have to watch out for is how good they are at holding those angles and how disciplined they are at using counter utility. A lot of times they'll send out the recon dart early to kind of establish control. This time around,
Dodge the knife.
check. Fnatic
They're
does
going
get
into
that
the
down.
operator,
Once again,
though.
Buzz this time pushed up
Yeah,
a little
different
bit
angle.
further forward. Yep,
But the drone still will clear.
should be cleared by.
Fast enough clear. Yep, okay. Foxy has to go for the re-peek to be able to get it. Gate crash now, working its way forward.
Oh.
The first shot not going to connect. He's just trying to see if he can suss it out. Knife to go ahead and clear out that TP.
He knifed the
Falling
TP.
for the bait here on the fake out. Couple shots flying through. Durka Crouch able to avoid that damage. For now, the null command
KO
quietly
ult
just
to
keeping them
stall
locked
the
in
hit.
position, but Fnatic looking to play this patiently.
That's great there. Buzz able to take out that TP from Durka. That's been a real pain point for DRX early on in this match.
Okay, boys, go be better. Yeah.
Across the B site.
Paranoia going to be sent down here, going to be forced back. Foxy9 going to be taken down low, tries to survive here, and looks like for the time being will. Buzz gets set up on the angle, final tag, getting a connection there. Zelfier knocked down to 45, and for now, things going to be stagnant as somehow Foxy coming away with that kill. Gets that a limb. Alfia able to trade one back as Mako will fall, but Durka and Alpha, they're widely just stuck in place. All 4 remaining members of DRX, they are here. And Buzz is not missing his
Guys,
shots right
it's
now.
almost 6 a.m. I need to sleep. I'll be dreaming for the GEN.G 2-0 against Team Heretics. I hope Fnatic versus DRX becomes a Map 3 series. I don't just know, but I need to go to sleep. It's almost 8 a.m. here.
Behind that cosmic divide is to cut off all the angles from the link, from heaven, for DRX to be able to cover it. The problem is Foxy9 and Buzz are already ahead of it. You know, Buzz is holding
DRX have already like just completely adapted to the Fnatic attack
to make sure that it's going to be a lot
and
more
are
difficult for Fnatic to
completely
go
shutting
very
it
carefully
down.
to make sure that TP is clear. So some really nice adjustments of their own during that timeout from DRX.
Now, lead
And it honestly,
firm here in their grasp, 5-3.
it's honestly making Fnatic look pretty basic on this map.
But they still do have those ultimates to try to work off.
Need a bit of a mid-A default to keep them honest on rotates? Yeah, a little bit.
And a round can absolutely spiral out of control.
Slow start. Smoke sent down mid.
That's a cool Viper orb. I think that's a good smoke for mid control from the attack.
Difficult, potentially.
I wonder how he threw that.
Ping towards the vent. Just having to maybe be cognizant of it. I think that camera.
Yes, this comp is defensive sided for sure.
Siding on back,
but they definitely need like more than 3, and they need their attack to look
get back into a site, to get that spike
More
down, and to get back into the comfort of
potent
this comp.
than it has so far.
Slow going. 3 players hovering in this position.
The Yoru flash, they have some cool Yoru flashes.
Denying the drone as well. Smoke from Mako to come through, and this is going to force a reroute here from the side.
But I really love basically that nice kill by Alpha in mid. Mako trades it though. Catches Boaster.
Swings back around. You know, widely just stuck in behind the poison orb.
I mean, that's the thing though, is like DRX can be probably pretty confident that it's just gonna like, it's just gonna be a B hit.
Swing onto the corner, and Buzz is so damn ready for it.
10 seconds left.
And Chronicle now, just the time is not gonna be there. The spike is gonna be stranded, and Hero is still just trapped, pinned over in mid. No opportunity for the backstab. That lead grows now by 3. DRX continuing to look excellent here on Abyss.
Yeah, really sturdy stuff. Fnatic started to punch back a little bit.
A KO knife wins the map, potentially. I'm interested to see, because I typically, you know, most people are just lazily kind of put the KO on A, right?
Buzz, it's been such a huge boon for this DRX squad.
And I'm interested to see, like, how are we playing the KO on B? Because the KO on B is seemingly getting a good amount of value here.
Not sure what happened, but maybe Buzz just spending an immense amount of time in AIM Labs. Hanging out with Jimmy Lin, learning how to op.
Jimmy Lin?
It's been incredible from him.
Jimmy Lin mention?
That he does. Once again, though, slow going here from the side of Fnatic, and it just seems like that confidence to just go for a fast-pacey hit has not been there because DRX has been pushing it back against them so very well. But now, speed about to get ramped up a bit. Lockdown going to come into play. It's like widely waiting. See what the response looks like here on the opposite side. They know there's no Hunter's Fury to try to clear this out.
A bit of a masterclass on how to defend B. Hopefully Fnatic teaches us how to work around the defenses. We'll have to see. They gotta. It's not looking like it though.
Bane was covering fire, takes down Hero, lingering his way into back sight. The cleanup is swift, but Alpier punching back a bit. Finds one, tap onto the plant. Chronicle hunting for that elimination, but Bane shuts down those hopes and dreams, and Alpha once again is going to be the last man standing.
Chronicle changed crosshairs. It's over.
Bane with a big round.
I mean, Fnatic low-key kind of look like they've never played the map before.
They completely stymied this.
It looks like they have the playbook.
It was at camp.
Yep.
And are like running the plays.
Huge for him. And I thought,
but like, don't know what to do when like
pretty well off from that position,
their shit doesn't work, you know?
That moment to strike. I mean, I think that's something that DRX has really started to do well, is just keep them from getting that plant down. As
no, Loop, I'm saying like it looks like they haven't scrimmed it much.
On this defender side. They have
it's like they dry run some of it, but like they're getting countered by like pretty basic shit, I feel like. Like DRX are not playing like a complicated defense here, you know?
Push forward. There's the ping reveal. Catching on the 2 flashback does get taken
like
down though. Able to find one. Bane
that dart is something that my fucking gold recon initiator does, you know?
Pop flash going to be sent looking for the interrupt. Foxy eventually able to stabilize that aim to take down Chronicle, but Alpha is able to trade him back out. And now it's Buzz all on his lonesome. The mask goes on, the Dimensional Drift on the hunt, trying to spot out Buzz's position. Eventually, we'll just TP back over into A main here. Buzz not wanting to look like a fool. Dashes forward. Op still in hand. A shot ringing out. Hearing Alpha in above him. Knows now that it's clear. But where are the others?
Second Euro ult we wasted? Yeah.
Seeking target.
I mean, Durka's just popping them. He's popping them like pills.
Still about tower, maybe even the wraparound from behind. Pushes up left side and cannot find the shot. Durka with 45 HP will survive.
Fnatic deal with that fairly well.
To get a 4th round win. Now we go into the last round of the half.
Finally, some stability for Fnatic.
You mean like the scene in Breaking Bad where the one guy knows all the steps to the cook, but not what to do if something goes wrong because he doesn't understand the underlying chemistry. Yeah, exactly.
Able to cover heaven as well. Really nicely.
Which is probably one of the biggest criticisms of like an Anders style team or Anders like philosophy to the game is that basically Anders' reaction to like this happening, Anders would always basically say,
Yeah, so double
we
offset up for
are
the B-side.
losing because we're not executing well enough.
Likely does have a
Like,
backup
there
play.
should be
He's a
no
little bit hairy.
counterplay to this sort of deal, you know?
The defenders here on this A side just want to try to drive those players over to that B hit. Make them fall for it, make them fall into that trap.
Oh my god, I miss Abyss Fnatic. It's not over yet, Babazoos. Get in here.
He's really doing a good job of not kind of falling for any of.
Is Fnatic's ideas cooking? We haven't seen.
Such a deep push forward.
He's just like me. I can't be wrong. Team misplayed it. Basically, yeah.
Foxy 9 looking for a little bit more.
Oop.
Won't be able to get it. Mako very much implanted here in this forward spot, but he's got to be on a swivel as there's Hero swinging around, and this time he gets the better of him. The timing on his
Fnatic adapting
side.
well
Two-man
here,
advantage for the
though.
side of Fnatic is once again they're going to start working their way in towards A and flashback.
Overheated called it. He said we need a mid and A default to keep the B players respectable.
Able to find it.
And the last couple rounds, we've fought A and mid more,
Not for the hold.
and
Forward
it's
position there.
working out a
He's
lot
not
better
ready that,
for
but
us.
Flashback answering. Finds two. Buzz trying to scope in. Cannot
It's working
find it.
out a
Have
lot
an ace
better
clutch
for
now
us here.
For flashback to get them this 8-4 score line. The push forward. Hero with the short. It will put him down.
7-5 ends up not being
Managed to
too
get
bad.
themselves Up to 5 as we swap sides.
Yeah, really good discipline for Fnatic towards the end of this, especially with these mid re-clears. Reading Mako's lurk. Saw that in the tape. I think he did it against Crew, but
Good,
for sure.
pretty good half for
Hard to
both
say indeed,
teams.
but hard to say who's going to be coming out on top of this one. We'll find out when we come back from the break.
I'd honestly say that half Fnatic came out of the gates looking like crazy. Like it looked like they were about to just blow them out of the water and had like the perfect B style hit that seemed unstoppable.
Red Bull gives you wings.
And then I'm actually really impressed by DRX's adaptation and how quickly they adapted. That's what impressed me the most. How quickly they adapted to what Fnatic were doing and that they just instantly shut it down, basically. And it took Fnatic losing 6 rounds in a row to adjust appropriately. They're able to get 2 more and make it 7-5, which Fnatic could still like win the map for sure. But I'm a lot more positive. Like I rate DRX higher because of how they reacted to being kind of hit in the mouth by Fnatic here on this map.
All right. DRX now swapping over onto the attack. Fnatic up to 5 at the very end. Those last few rounds with them looking a bit more like the Fnatic that we've come to expect here in the tournament thus far. Does that continue? And can they pick up that next pistol win?
Yeah, definitely some good adjustments there towards the end of that.
Halftime? Yes,
DRX
halftime.
had a pretty solid defender side, but this is generally a little bit more defender-sided for a lot of teams. So we'll see if DRX can find some magic to take their map pick here.
Here they go. They're going in.
Be sturdy.
Let's see the defense. Chronicle has been having a struggle bus game.
Consider for the side of DRX because of this combo.
Buzz has been on fire.
A lot of ways
14
that
and
you can get
5.
trapped in corners, at choke points, trying to get through towards the site. So I think, again, mid control going to be relatively important for DRX throughout. And they are already somewhat considering the same.
Fnatic throwing this wall
There is a turret out
that
there
covers B and mid. Interesting. We've seen this in the Underpeel chat.
Recon here not allowing for the ping to go through.
I think we see Zonk throw this
No
wall.
information given over here. Just a bit of noise being made in mid. As Fnatic realizing, okay, we've given up a lot of space.
The
This flank
TRX
coming
wall?
through.
Gotcha.
Let's rotate around. And they would be right.
Fnatic and Anders were watching the Into the Abyss tournament and stole the tech.
Oh my god. Well, snappy headshot from Boaster and Chronicle with a two-piece.
Good protocol for dealing with
now going to be taken down as this looks
mid
to be
pressure.
a flawless, unless Mako has something to say about it.
Was it this far down though? Yes.
Players worked low, plenty of footsteps being made. Finds the headshot. Oh, falls for the fake out. Not going to get punished yet as he jumps across over onto the rope. Drops down, rides back up. The swing now coming through. Nearly ends up falling down after losing some of that momentum, but it's not
Okay, Mako.
Pulls back away, concussed you for the moment. Mako putting up a solid effort, but ultimately is still in such a rough position. And even make it in time. He's going to go ahead and go for the sprint. Rushing through. Chronicle there to intercept. Cannot stop him on the drop down, but can certainly swing in. He's going to try to go for the knife. No. Push up into the smoke and will be able
nice
to
Chronicle.
Crucially, that money not there for DRX.
Yeah, this is really nice here for Fnatic. Just a good read.
Imagine Mako fell there. I thought he was jumping off for a
Top
second.
DRX in their tracks.
I legit
Again,
thought he
yeah,
was
it says
jumping off
overcommitting a few extra
for a
players, but
moment.
the shots are just too good from Boaster and Chronicle. Chronicle watching over Boaster's shoulder and just nails a couple nasty shots.
This comp is really CT sided? Yes, it is.
Well, and Foxy9 always positive in terms of his spirits, no matter what's going on in the score lines.
Even with an injury.
I know. He's just unflappable in terms of his just happy.
Cheeriness.
Yeah, his cheeriness, his energy.
That's
such a
Coke.
nice kid.
I see.
Now, DRX.
I think it is
on
CT
Nico,
sided though.
All classics. Nobody buying up to anything. Couldn't even get that plant down. Guardian, Bulldog, Vandal for Durka. Similar to what we saw from Fnatic in their previous anti-eco, except a few buy downs compared to the last one. DRX doesn't like what they see. Just gonna immediately hightail it over, leaving Flashback behind as that lurking player. See if they can break through Boaster on the A side.
Boaster alone here for now. Grab the orb. Fast track towards this Hunter's Fury here from Bane. 3 charges thus far. Flash on the corner at the ready as Chronicle now gets himself situated up in tower. And looks like we're going to be playing a little bit of back and forth here. Pendulum swinging. Don't like what they see on the A side. And let's go back over to B. Flashback. He's pushed in decently deep.
I think he got
Could
spotted.
catch somebody off guard, maybe.
I'm pretty sure he got spotted there on the cross.
At least wary about it. If nothing else, Fnatic have been very good about identifying what space they've given up, but Flashback nearly finding 2 with a classic in hand. Snake might now going to be going through.
Getting the plant down.
Able to find that. 3 players left standing. CRX just look to try to see if they can do any real damage here. Flash going to be sent out, swing onto the corner. Durka eventually able to find his mark, but Bane does put down a hero. Any more deaths from here, and that would be costly for the side of Fnatic, but so far they will be able to hold on to their weapons.
Keep it relatively clean.
And as the defuse comes in, they will tie us up at 7-7.
I need to get out of bed,
Still
but I want to
very,
watch
very
the end of
clean
this
with those
game.
Or DRX.
I need to get
Flashback.
into bed, but I want to watch the end of this game.
He's absolutely cracked with that gun, and that's unusual to say, but he hit what, 3 headshots in a row or something like that there. It was absolutely disgusting.
Bring your
Holy
mic
cracks,
into bed.
Timeout.
I mean, I could
Interesting.
shout into my
Something
mic from
he doesn't
bed.
like or something that they need to be aware of in terms of how they handle themselves. But I thought that round was pretty clean overall.
But I
in terms
would
of
be asleep, and the fucking stream would just be running in the background until my computer overheated.
Economic damage realistically, but you still do manage to take down a couple
Which I
players.
guess is all right, because
I
it
agree. I
would
think
just
overall
at
it's a
some
good one.
point shut down.
Jeremy, maybe noticing something here, wants to go ahead, call this timeout, and get a really solid plan in place as they get ready to go into Fnatic's bonus.
Absolutely. Very curious to see what DRX is going to want to do coming out of this timeout. Scoreline all tied up 7-7 in this classic match. Every champions, mark it on your calendar.
Oh, thank you.
Wherever champions may be in the world. and these two teams are
Appreciate
gonna
it.
collide one way or another.
Plenty
Thank
of
you
history
for
between
bringing
them.
these to me.
Who comes in on top this time?
I
Nobody
needed
knows.
those.
And every
Good
time it's been a
morning.
one way or the
yeah.
other.
I mean,
every time.
I mean, that's just DRX.
Well, that's true.
Just good old
Yeah.
salt
Yes.
of the earth.
Okay.
Punch in, punch out Valorant. I don't have the whole thing memorized. I
Yeah.
don't know what they say.
Good.
Hmm?
But it does happen to be that way for the most part with this team.
For sure.
Upsy daisy.
But that's just, yeah, that's who they are. You know, it's
Good, honest living.
Alrighty.
it is. And I wouldn't have it any other way.
7-7.
Well, now we go into the right.
7-7.
Timeout call from DRX.
Basically a full buy
Looks
from
like for now.
Fnatic
Your point going to be sent out. Nothing noted there.
on the bonus. Perfect
Setup, though,
econ
on the safe
management.
Already that deep cam middle. from
They
Flashback
are 3
gives
off
them
of a
ton
Soval.
info to work with across this map.
3 off
Give them
of
a little
Bane
bit more
Soval for the
comfort,
attackers.
Try to lurk. Maybe set up for a crunch through the vents.
Shock darts.
Try to come in through the other direction. There is that turret there from Alpha towards B Link. Shock dart there. Trying to clear, yeah, not connecting. Trying to clear that KJ util. That might have been part
He
of
shocked
what
it off the
Unreal
map.
was
It just went off the map.
sending some
He
info
legit
over to
missed
Bane,
the entire site.
identifying where he was noticing some of that utility may have been placed that they could try to clear early to give them a little bit more flexibility.
Flashback though, quite far forwards, ready to break this door. Chronicle
Gonna be an A
looking at
hit.
it here for a brief little moment.
So not a bad idea to try and punish
Worried about
a
that really deep push coming through. Paranoid
Sova
resetting
player.
clocks behind
Man,
with the
Chronicle
downside.
so aware of the
Spam.
danger though. Backs
Apparently alerting
away.
and letting them know that he
Gets
is in his
out.
position. Boaster in the
Gonna
meantime,
flood
stuck
out
here
to
in
help
his nebula.
Boaster.
Decides to swing out, puts a little bit of
Boaster
damage
swings
down,
out and
but
just
ultimately will end up
dies.
falling. Spud's fishing here at backside.
Makes
spamming
it
into that
4v5
smoke
for
here.
Fnatic.
What he can get. So far though, it's just going to be a spike plant coming through from DRX.
And really good
Numbers here in the
post plant for DRX where they
Really
have
simple
2
there
players
from
into
Mako.
heaven.
Paranoia into a smoke to
2
set
players
up
on site, 1 A
the
main.
hit here for DRX to clear out the tower.
I have no tower control. though.
Interesting to see they
Retaking
like
this
don't
position
even
is gonna
play
prove to be
close
a
to
bit
the
difficult,
bridge
especially
side.
as Buzz does that.
I don't even
Turns
bother
back,
fucking
Foxy
around
does
with
still
it.
fall. Hero able to find that elimination. Double setup though in towers. Bane could end up dying. He does. Alpha
Bane goes down to
will peek
Alpha,
in,
but are they going to
but
expect
then shut
flashback?
down.
No,
Flashback
not
coming away
really.
with the kill. The double push off the weapon scoop up there from Hero. It looks like the call to just save these two
Saving.
rifles has been made. DRX are going to be regaining the lead.
Oh, this is just a really well thought out round from start to finish for DRX.
See you, Krusty.
Unchallenged in mid, allows Flashback to push up into the vent, clear in there.
Good
As
round
soon as
from
they're ready to make
DRX.
their hit, there's a Paranoia smoke.
Oh,
that
Boaster's
covers
swinging
Flashback
with
to
a
move into the tower of
Yoru
A,
flash,
take control
huh?
of that space, set them up for that first kill, and then they're able to lock down. Yeah, there's a few trades from Fnatic. They try to fight back, but the layers there for DRX too much for Fnatic to get through in the long run.
Yeah, but
2 weapons over.
Sure.
They kill 2. And that's the bonus. They lose the lead, but there's still an opportunity for Fnatic to fight back and bring us back to a tied-up
Suppressing.
scoreline. 2 Bulldogs going to be in play, but I've seen plenty of teams put those to good use.
Oh, you just caught 2 there.
See you, my
Durka
wrist.
and Chronicle off that knife from Foxy 9. So now you're going to maybe want to try to test this defensive setup with the Viper and the KJ, but Durka, of course, Yoru, he can very quickly get around the map if needed. So DRX taking their time on this. Dark cleared. Trying to see if they can find that pick, find that extra layer to get in towards the site, but Fnatic not giving them any opportunities. Now it's
Okay.
going to be just a spread of the map again.
Yeah, calls being made. I mean, Boaster in a far forward position.
in they
here.
go. All
Needs
right,
to win up this
Boaster.
fight.
I don't know about this
He's always
Boaster.
caught. Okay, he's able
He
to back
gets out.
away. Gets himself out to safety, and then Mako seemingly going to make the call. Like, okay, actually, let's go B instead.
Chronicle's already used all of his info gathering utility, so now Boaster needs to use his body to go do that to make sure.
Shakhtar not going to find the bounce there on the Bane. Chronicle just trying to use that last bit.
They're
they
gonna
have
try and
until that
creep
recon
up the
comes back up
B,
to
but the
try to
Killjoy
punish
shit's
there.
still here.
Bane
Onto the droning, so
Not
players
gonna
here
turn
coming through,
off
runs
the-
up over
oh.
top. Absolutely. dead to
Alpha's
rights.
so
Alpha
ready
here
for that
was
jet
grinding them into a
entry. Gets a
paste.
pick. Bomb's gonna go down
Critically,
though.
Bane was able to keep enough players distracted over on the A side, give them a little bit of extra room
All
to
right,
get through.
let's
but
see
there's
DRX's
advantage
B
for
main
Fnatic
post
on this
plant.
retake. Are they going to be able to clear past DRX's defense?
And what is
Now the big
Fnatic's
fragment
idea of how to
being shot here
retake?
To try to set up for the post plant, but you don't have that, that Viper, that vulnerability to try to set up
Flash.
for the kills as easily. Smoke coming through, and oh, Mako.
Wow. Okay,
Getting the
Mako.
headshot, swings up into the smoke, fires off a couple shots, spots out.
Okay,
Durka,
Mako.
finds him as well, swings back in,
Finally
Hero
gets
able to knock down
killed.
those bullets.
Bomb
But
ticking
now,
low.
remember standing here, one more pulse would take him down. Flashback Bane just trying to buy some time, and Flashback
Wow.
will be able to do just that. Spots out the last player, knows that he's low, cannot win the fight. But Fnatic Cannot get the defuse. Chronicle will be left alive at 10 HP, and DRX will move up by 2.
This rookie has been brilliant this year. That is such good awareness, such good shooting. Mako, what else can you say? That is ridiculously good reactions. Mako's Mako, though. He's a known quantity. He has been incredible for years.
Yeah, Mako
Flashback.
wins the round
This
off
new
of a
player for
2K.
DRX has been instrumental on Abyss time and time again for DRX.
And then Flashback just wins a 1v3 at the end of the round
That's exactly what it
to
was.
prevent the defuse.
It's certainly looking good so far.
And it's
Definitely,
starting to run away.
I mean, on the opposite side of the
Uh-oh,
stage, you also have
chat.
a hero who in just a very short period of time has also proven himself
Uh-oh.
to be absolutely incredible and very, you know, very
Starting
much
to get away
qualified
from
to step into
Fnatic
Leo's
a
shoes
little
here.
bit.
As for now, gummed up on the approach. Well, shots in the box as they try to assess where they want to go for the plan here. Nebula's going to be coming through. Looks like they want to try to use this against Fnatic to be able to safely get that spike planted. They do so. Buzz with the Outlaw still playing forward. Takes a couple shots, goes for the swing, and Alfie able to
Alpha
put
gets a
him
big
down.
pick.
Once again, man advantage going to be there. Outlaw can be scooped up for them as Foxy having to tuck back, nearly getting picked off. Ping gets the reveal. The grab well to try to pull him forward. And Poster on the hunt. Shock Dart will find him, however, as it's going to be a trade out. As Bane also gets Durka. The fuse out, going to be held, covering fire. Alfier shuts it down. The fuse held to half. The dueling Hunger Fury's coming through, and Bane
Chronicle wins out the Sova ult battle. Hero just sticks it.
Cannot do anything more. Spike will be defused. Hero will be shut down on that push up. But Fnatic with 2 players surviving will once again get within touching distance of DRX.
And you're seeing the fearsomeness of this Fnatic comp when they have time, when they have comfort to set up all this util. First of all, I love Alpha's early nano swarm there to buy himself some time when he gets paranoid on top of the box, to give his team a little bit more ability, make some quick rotations, but then you have so much ability to make Foxy 9 so miserable.
Both get a
behind the
shock
jump.
dart kill at the same time, and then the Sova anime battle. Yeah,
Snake bite
an actual
into the
just
grab well,
Sova
into a
battle.
shock dart. I mean, just absolutely annoying.
Now DRX
to deal
forced
with,
onto a
and they
save too.
Convert. They get the kill off the util.
Oh, Durka. There's the jiggle peek. Now they know the operator's going to be there, and this orb take is not going to be punished. So now he's got that dimensional drift online and immediately TP's away. Buzz going to be noted. They know that there's 2 players here and just wants to try to disguise maybe that vandal as much as possible, but as he draws it out, they'll see it in the silhouette.
And once again, DRX starting to line up. Flashback has taken a lot of space, but weak on the weaponry this time. Can watch his back, can wait for the rest of the team, but they're pinging it out. Fnatic knows they've given this space up, and knows that it is decently likely that Flashback has taken advantage of it.
Yeah, ping's coming down, though, also from the side of DRX. Wary that there could be somebody just on the opposite side of this very flimsy door.
This is going to be tough. Buzz with that hero vandal.
He's looking for the entry, the dash forward. First off shot going to be going wide. Chronicle able to find it. There's the ping reveal, and Durka ends up getting flushed out, but Poster finding one, but Buzz finding a second. Mako at the same time gets rid of Chronicle. Op is going to be scooped up. Buzz says thank you very much. Lockdown available for Alpha here. Does he send it, though, in a 2v3, knowing that weapons are recovered? Looks like the answer is going to be yes. Opts to go for it. The fragment isn't in play. You know, there's nothing to really clear this one out unless Buzz gets on a deep enough line. But now Buzz is out into the open. He's got nowhere to go but down into the depths. Snake bite on the one side. The smoke. A bit of a question mark there. As Alpha going for the defuse. Mako waiting patiently. Here's the retap. Knows that it's up to half. Swings back in and cannot make it happen. Narrow margins, but Fnatic will tie us up.
I mean, Buzz is also really, really good on his entries as usual. Knocking a couple down, but an even better retake here from Fnatic. Able to use that lockdown to great success. Buzz there working that angle against Durka so nicely. Ready for the follow-up. Huge shots from Mako. Not sure what happened with that smoke. Just a little bit too quick on the trigger with it, maybe. Panicked a little bit.
Either way, I mean, that felt like that was a must-win round for the side of Fnatic, given the commitment with that lockdown. So are able to find that win. They've got 3 ultimates to try to counteract the 4 that are available on the side of DRX. And Op is back in hand here for Durka.
Well, now you have a ton of ults for DRX. Have that null command. You have the neural theft. You can find an opening. Might be able to take advantage of it. Now Durka with that op. Going to try to challenge that catwalk that has been given up to Flashback a couple times already. Been a bit of a pain point, so need to find a different way to adjust to it. I like this change up from Fnatic. Making sure that that extra angle is going to be that much more difficult for DRX to create. And they're just making sure that this space is clear. I mean, we've already seen a couple times where Fnatic players have pressure towards this orb, whether it be Durka, whether it be Boaster.
Oh, TP up. You're in the tower.
Well, that's a different way to get in there.
Mako. His Paranoia's going to go across, won't connect on anybody, but he gets a smoke out, but Flashback taken down. Alpha here finding that punish here in mid. Knew that he was going to be going for it no matter what. The patience pays off. Fnatic once again, man advantage. Quick drift across from Bane, spotting out Chronicle's positions. The null command now going to be coming through from Foxy9. Shock dart a little bit too deep. Damage not going to be found. Hero looking to pressure around the back. Another smoke going to be sent. Mako turning his sights back in. Catches a glimpse, but cannot catch the shot. He gets eliminated as this dimensional drift leads the charge. Bane now in such a poor position. Completely and utterly surrounded. Doesn't know which way to look. And that is going to be a flawless as Fnatic will gain the lead.
Phenomenal retake here from the side of Fnatic. Able to give up that space to DRX willingly. I like the idea there from Mako to TP into vents. Try to create that extra angle, but Fnatic just says, that's fine, we'll give it up. We have the dimensional drift. We can use that. Plus they cut down Flashback as well. So that extra layer of lurking, not available at all. And he just leads the charge and Alpha's just watching, just saying, one here, okay, bang, next, go. I've got it. Really nicely dialed up there from Fnatic.
This is going to be DRX back over.
Did Pin Flash fall asleep? No, I didn't. I didn't fall asleep. I was
perhaps for the next
talking to the fan band
Neural Theft Blades online
before they left for the day.
Playing forward, more than happy to get that null command as he puts, or that 0 point I should say, as Mako gets put down to 49 health. Buzz needing to be crispy here on the entry. Up and over the top, the ping reveal coming through, but just tags up Boaster a bit. Looking for that limb, but now runs out of blades.
Sure, buddy.
Classic in hand. The side is DRX's, but can they hold it is the question.
What's happened in the last couple of rounds, chat? Are Fnatic looking better? Or are they,
Buzz continuing the jiggle peek, but there's a double wraparound coming through in mid at the moment that he's going to have to try to greet at the door. The push forward. Shot rings out. The blind connecting, and Durka.
Fnatic won a few. Fnatic had a strong retake. Now they're all dying to sheriff shots.
Here comes the flood. Mako trying to hold the line.
Mako gonna fall off.
The trap getting this done. Shots ringing through as they poke and prod. Out of the wall, the time is dwindling, and my God.
Wow, they got thriftied. That's not a very strong thrifty, or that's not a very strong retake.
What shooting from Mako and Foxy9. I thought this had Fnatic written all over it. You don't get that Blade Storm to connect from Buzz. And it just looks like maybe your win condition got taken out from underneath you. Bane flashed up the heck from Durka's utility. Dead to rights. And then Foxy9 finds two huge ones. Mako comes in with 3. DRX ties it up.
And this was like, when you get up.
Previous retake was
really
Euro
nice.
alt
And then you open
flawless.
it, and
I
there's
see.
just an expletive in there. That's what that round felt like if you were
Euro
cheering for
off
Fnatic,
and
because
mid.
it seemed like they had it on lock.
It was like my birthday when my mom
Go on.
put a case of my own CDs in a Nintendo 64 box to bait me into thinking it was a Nintendo 64. I'm not even kidding. That really happened. Thanks, Mom.
That's great.
It was, in retrospect, pretty darn funny. My friends helped sell it, too.
It's one of
They
those
were
things
all
that
in
just,
on
it really hurts when you're a child.
yeah, when I was young, I was pretty upset about it, but now it's kind of funny.
I mean, but no, who gets an N64 at the age of 45?
What the F? Come on, man.
Well, anyway, crucial round. Let's focus up here. 10-10 on the scoreline.
Dang, man.
What's up,
This
awesome?
B-side completely stacked with defensive utility. I think I've broken him. Hunter's Fury, though, Neural Theft still available here for DRX. Pit online, sent. Hero able to get that one
Good
through.
Viper ult.
Recon not going to be pinging out a damn thing as he just sat here at back sight. Alfier on the jump up and Foxy snapping
Alpha,
still.
you can't jump up like that, dude. Like,
Buzz able to find one, the push forward Hero, able to tank down the enemy.
and Hero, just use a Phantom, bro.
Chronicle dead as Bolster now will have to just go ahead and try to save.
Are we just not gonna use our gun? Like, just use use your gun.
I mean, that looked like it was going to be difficult. Hero got that pit down just before the 0 point arrives.
Like, Shorty's what you whip out after you've shot your Phantom, you know?
To make sure he's cleared out.
Like, if he just uses his fucking gun, he kills both.
Cut down Chronicle as he's coming in towards the site. Really nice stuff from DRX.
I made the perfect, very good, amazing program on Python to learn words in another language. You invented Duolingo? That's crazy
Another
awesome.
great series between these two teams.
I mean, that's the thing. The DRX gaining the lead. It does feel like they really need this win here on Abyss.
Oh, yes.
Given that Lotus is coming up next.
Oh, God, yes.
But because that Lotus is coming up next, if DRX do it on Abyss, then I am so ready for a potential 3-mapper. But this all starts with that snappy headshot from Foxy, just getting the punish here.
Double 3-mapper, bro, is...
He has come online in the last couple of rounds. And he Bane's doing the KO.
They're having fun with it.
Oh, I love it. Bane, you know, also one of those hype guys for DRX, always keeping the spirits up.
All right, let's see.
Ults again. Kind of the trio here. Durka gets spotted.
Half buy for Fnatic, but I feel like they kind of got to win.
No command. So DRX can take their time.
DRX have a buy for the rest of the game.
Work the map. This is looking like another A setup, so what's going to be their ideas behind this execute this
They're
time?
going to hit A.
Been waiting for some ability to take tower, but the question is how do they get that done? Flashback is watching for a deep lurk, expecting something with those weaker buy from Fnatic to be a little off.
Getting a bit of deja vu though.
Yep.
A site hit coming through. Lower purchase.
Oh!
Durka getting timing like
What are we doing, Fnatic?
Boaster going to be spotted out. Bane.
No one's watching the choke.
Up over the top, spots the gun barrel on to one, swings in, finds both.
No one's watching the choke.
Right above Mako's head. A couple strands of hair cut off, perhaps, but kill not found. Is it what?
Alpha fell off the map.
At back sight. At least that's what all I have to assume.
That's my best guess.
Well, Anders is getting fired, chat. I love the guy. It's looking like he's getting fired. Not like this, bro. Not like this.
Not for him. That's on the opposite side of the map. There's a
Not like this, chat.
Just a marshal in hand. Hearing the rope, hearing these footsteps. Mako wanting that elimination. Foxy going to be tagged down low. Cannot find it. And Chronicle will scoop up a weapon, but he's not going to be able to get away from this one. DRX will move up 12 to 10. Map point in their hands.
Just so clean on the entry here.
An
immediate kill. And then
let's take a look back.
Yeah, and your shocks?
Bane so
nice.
good. Checking that angle. Durka there.
Can I get a hug?
Anti-flash.
Hug?
And instead,
you run away.
He just literally backpedaled.
Just backpedaled off.
I thought he had messed up the jump, but I mean, but the thing is, that's why we saw, and at least he has an all right smile at the end, but that's why we saw Durka get timing, because he's trying to play on that ledge. He's trying to get as close to it as possible without falling off. So he's checking that side, and then, boom, the strike comes in.
Yep, exactly. It's tricky. It is a map that requires a lot of kind of mechanics you're not really used to having in your back pocket unless you play a whole lot of the, practice round map, getting yourself into that parkour setup. But most of the other
door.
maps,
You're gonna close
less
it.
Danger in those
Okay,
situations.
thank you.
Mostly none.
Bye. Bye.
Let's see what Fnatic wants to do. They need 2 more to send us
Well,
into OT. They're going to have a big buy coming
it
up.
might be over, chat.
From Alfier, but DRX has the counter with the Hunter's Fury available. Try to set this up. Curious to see what these buys are going to look like. So we are going to have an op from Buzz on this attacker side. Durka is going to be picking up one as well.
They can do it. They have Killjoy ult for a retake, but Bane has the Sova ult to break it.
It's the glass cannon from Durka.
A lot resting on this. I mean, clearly the map resting on this is Mako. and
Durka
Buzz.
needs to start
Actually
durking.
Say, hey, let's try that double op thing, but this time on the attack.
Basically, yeah.
The lack of the operator has been something that has been hindering Buzz a little bit. He's had a couple of rounds, but he started off this half 14-4.
He got 2 ops again.
Yep.
DRX have double op.
No, I
double
know, but,
attack
I'm
op.
just trying to understand it with Mako.
Durka has been spotted.
Mako used to be a Jet player
Enemy spotted.
once upon a time.
He did. This is very unorthodox for DRX.
Oh!
Jiggle peak punish not going to be found there. Hero able to get
Watch
over the
out,
side.
Hero. Watch out.
Buzz just
They're
slowly
trying
backing
to
away.
find you. They're
Slowly
trying to
come
get
through here
you.
from Bane, staying in a forward position.
They might just
Continue
get
to
you.
bait further rotations towards this B site. Now everybody else from DRX gets ready to stack up on A.
They're playing very safe. I mean, I think they're trying.
They
to
might just get
somebody
you.
walk
Yep,
out and
there's
not
the bait smoke.
Yep.
Drone to try to check. Tuck back from Foxy. Nothing's
Abundant
over.
sunshine
They pull the trigger
today,
here on the full
chat.
rotate. Looks like
Is the
Fnatic
weather report.
starting to move out. TP from Durka, but now, okay,
Oh,
a
they pump.
sense here. Nothing else came in on the back of the drone.
Yep.
Okay, Boaster, you're going to have to anchor
Durka now
the
in
site.
position to try to find value with that operator. Up and over the top here goes Buzz.
You got to anchor the site!
Dead. No idea where Buzz is at as he's right up in their faces. The ping reveal off the narrow depth, spotting them all, and Buzz says, ooh, an operator. Scoops it up off the ground and immediately puts Chronicle.
So they
6
lost
feet
this
under.
map
For the follow-up flick. Cannot make it
because
happen.
they actually
Still
just
on the
couldn't
hunt,
hold
DRX.
A.
2 kills away from closing out.
And
this
I don't
attack.
really get why.
As the shot gonna go
Okay,
wide, but too
Alpha?
much movement there is Hero. Now pushing forward.
Huh?
Back taken down.
Doable?
Lockdown is in play. Fragment
No,
gonna be sent
time's-
to Frog delay.
time's
Every series
too low.
available, but they're actually not sending it, and that might be something that they end up regretting. The Hunter's Fury now open to try to stop any potential plans there, and Hero will get taken down, but it's already held a half. And
Oh, he's got it! He did it! Alpha! You beautiful bastard!
Okay as well to
He did it!
had everything in their hands, and they have let it go.
And all
Wow. Oh my
from Buzz. He
god.
knows he can hold that angle because there's no flash.
They did it, Chad.
Dead to rights as soon as they come around that corner. There's not a great angle for Alpha to use the lockdown.
Ain't no way, bro.
Until he pushes forward. And then it's just marching orders here, and I think just DRX gets really lost and confused. I think they fully expected that that round was done and dusted, and oh man.
They
that's
thought
all.
it was
But
over,
give
Chad.
credit's due. Once Fnatic was given that slight opportunity, they completely took control of that round.
They did, and that's the thing that you cannot do against this team. Timeout going to be called here from DRX as they look
DRX
for
timeout.
you know,
DRX
time.
timeout. Wake up,
All
chat.
came down to that critical moment. Save
Wake
the
up.
Fury. Don't clear out
We're
the
standing up,
lockdown.
chat.
Wolves
It's
go ahead and
stand-up
try to
time.
pick off the diffusers, but they just can't keep the players alive at the front of sight.
Well, and I
We've
think
been
in DRX's
sitting
mind, you're probably
dead,
saying, "Well, they
Jen?
can dry swing everything. We can just hold angles. No
A
problem."
little too
And they
comfy,
just couldn't do it.
sleepy.
They got outshot. And that
It's
leaves
stand-up
being
time.
on an island at that point. So
Stand up time.
yeah, I agree with you. I think I would have rather seen
It
it
is
there to clear out the
12-11.
lockdown,
DRX
especially once Buzz
lead
dies, then I think that's when you got to
the
kind
map
of have
pick
that
of
idea,
Abyss.
but my guess is they already kind of had those protocols in place ahead of time or something, or they talked about it, and so it made it a little bit more difficult. But yeah, it do be like that. However,
Final round of regulation.
perfection.
Are
One
DRX
little
gonna
opportunity.
carry it over the
They
finish
just roll through
line?
that round. You cannot give these fraggers on Fnatic.
Or
any chance.
Fnatic gonna force overtime?
Here, 25, 15, and 7. It's been all over this game, and a big reason why it is as close as it is. And maybe the reason that Fnatic end up taking this into overtime. We'll see, though, as we go into this. 0 point this time, not going to be noting anything. Question is, does that relax DRX about this site?
Yeah, I just don't get why
Really
Durka
concerning.
hasn't been sitting here at A
Cut
main
those out,
with an
so none of the
op
Chronicles here as well as the
every
drone.
round.
Nothing being cleared on that front as there's the swing out, full flash connecting on the Durka, but Foxy seeing more
Like,
than enough.
he could just be posted
Backs
here
away.
and get free
Shot dart
A
towards the
info,
corner,
and they can
Buzz
stack
just out of
everywhere
range
else
of it.
every round.
Able to stay alive. Smoke has to come through.
Got a decent amount of utility out of DRX, though, for that exchange. However, Chronicle now sent everything he had just to take that extra space. The thing is DRX being pretty quick to rotate over to B. If they can just kind
The
of
B hit.
dial up a good execute here.
Let's see it.
Could pretty
Can Fnatic hold
end this
B?
round, but Bane gonna lead the way with the drone. Smoke goes out to cover heaven.
This should be the reason you're playing this comp, chat.
Sees that Nano, wants to avoid it. Dashes over to the side. Hero playing forward here. Guardian in hand. Spots out one. Finds
Good.
the kill. Bane going to be taken down, but Buzz.
Not good.
Hero and LB are both going to be taken
Buzz
down.
just buzzed all over him. They ran into the buzzsaw.
Everybody from the side of DRX getting disconnected from the site. Dimensional drift coming through.
All right, Durka.
Seeking target, but none spotted quite just
You gotta
yet.
do something crazy here, bro.
Flash at the ready to pull out.
He's dead!
These two, it snaps over, finds a headshot. Diffuser.
Chronicle sticking! No way!
To deny it away! Fnatic, a whisker
The
away!
buzzsaw!
Overtime, but Buzz
Chopped them down, bro!
11. The net.
Yo, there's no way! Ain't no way, bro!
Unbelievable. You better buckle up, people. This is going to be a crazy day.
We've got Lotus on the horizon. We'll see that after the break.
Oh my god, we gotta lock in, chat. Lock in, bro! There's another map to play today? At least? Fnatic is washed, LC says. It's not looking good for my boy Anders. It's not looking great for him. 2 more maps, all on triple OT. Yeah, they're just trying to fuck up Pin Flash's sleep. Super heavy. And they're playing the goddamn Jazz Smooth Transcend 32 Omen monitor, and I can't even do the sultry tones? Because we're too distracted by the map. By the gameplay, chat. This is why they're 7th on my power rankings. Okay, Elsie, let's calm down. That means they're actually 3rd on your power rankings. Let's be real. And DRX are like 11th on your power rankings, so you know. Let's not be taking credit out here, Elsie. Yeah, hang on a second. We're gonna pull it up. Check the tape. Check the tape, chat. Elsie? Yeah. Yeah. 7th, 9th. EMEA Valorant washed. Might be. Start prediction. Fnatic versus DRX. Map 2. Get your Preds in for Lotus, chat. Get them in. Something went wrong, it said. All right, never mind, it's live. Put me in, coach. Who are you playing for? Are you playing for DRX or for Fnatic? All right, let's keep looking over the community power rankings in a moment. I believe we were at Nikhil's. Did we give Nikhil a grade yet? No. Nikhil not looking good with this 10th place DRX ranking, I'm not gonna lie. It's not looking good. Unless, as Raging Fish said, EMEA Valorant just as a whole are completely washed. Which might be true. Except Team Heretics just beat Gen.G earlier today. So it might not be true. So this 10th place rating behind Paper Rex?
What's the DRX? I'm now joined by their head coach Tammy and Jen to do some translations as well. Now, Tammy, there's always obviously a risk to pick a map where your opponent has never showed what they play, how they play. When you saw the composition
That's a
that they were
D,
running,
bro.
what was
That's
your
a
first
D.
reactions?
We
And
have
do you think that's
Fnatic
something that they're
first!
그동안 보여주지 않았는데
No! Nikhil!
그 푸나틱의 어비츠 조합을 봤을 때 어떤 생각이 드셨는지 그리고 좀
This is Nikhil's D-Day!
어떤 부분이 있었을까요?
푸나틱이 엄청 잘하는 팀이지만 제 아무리 푸나틱이어도
This is Nikhil's nightmare!
다는 것은
He has Fnatic first and DRX 10th!
경험 미스로 인한 좀 실수들이 나올 수 있다고 판단을 했고요.
Bro said not like this!
조합도 사실 스크림에서 많이 겪어봤던 조합이라 저희끼리 얘기를 잘
That's a 10th for me, dog. That's a 10th for me.
Fnatic are a really strong team, but given that they've never
Next.
played this map before on stage, it means
Not
that
a
there's possibility
submission.
that they don't
Okay,
have enough
Nikhil was the
reps
last
by the
one.
officials, so there could be a lot of mistakes from their side as well, and we're super confident that no matter what comms,
Our community rankings looking pretty good though, having DRX 6. I feel like that's good. Where's mine? It probably hasn't been added yet, Trevor, because a bunch of people did theirs after, like, mixed setup. I did it 4 hours ago. What the heck, Mix? Well, he had this set up before 4 hours ago. He's at work now, Trevor. We'll probably be able to see yours tomorrow. We'll get to see everyone who did it today after we saw it today tomorrow, you know?
Pressure onto people in the first half, doing a great job of putting up results, and then also pushing deep down mid, smoking off the turret in this round.
But also, I bet I could find yours, Trevor.
Stop Fnatic from just getting into those post plans.
It was really good. Fnatic to me seemed a little bit one-dimensional on this attacking side. Their game plan was
Damn, she called him out. Here's Trevor's.
Post plants, but
here's Trevor's.
As good a solution to mid as Gen.G did earlier today. A lot of those rounds losing that
Here's
space
Trevor's.
to the Buzz walk-ups, and DRX I think doing a really good job.
All right, let's see.
Varying those rounds where they were hard.
What has Trevor got to say?
Where they were flood retaking and where they were pushing.
All right, it looks pretty solid.
You look at the post-plant stats here.
The only thing I think is questionable is this one.
Actually made a comeback. It was by winning retakes. They won 5 of those retakes.
So far.
So good. When it was clicking, it looked really good.
It looked really clean, and that makes me think that Fnatic put a lot of time into what
And
happens
personally,
when the spike is
right,
down, on the attack side and the defense
I
side.
feel like you gotta give Team Heretics more credit when they beat your first place team, and Fnatic are losing to your 6th place team.
Into the A site with some really nice utility, especially some like Omen Paranoids coming into.
And the only thing G2 have done is beat your 10th place team.
Fnatic could have still won though. It came down to like
100%.
one thrifty round to get DRX back into the game.
Yeah, but I really did like the way the DRX worked that map. Contrary to what we saw in the last series, this one I was absolutely floored, and I'm expecting to see more and more people play Abyss, just like the way we saw DRX.
Oh, breakfast is almost here, chat.
But of course, it brings us to our hyper.
It's here.
Moment. Now, you might think that it would be the final moments there, but there's just too many good moments to pick from.
BRB, chat. We saw Trevor's, so we're gonna close out and we'll watch more tomorrow. This is time-based propaganda.
Foxy 9 with a 2K, Maka with a 3K immediately afterwards as well. Fnatic are up 11-9.
How do I do the rankings? There's a spreadsheet you can fill out. I'm gonna go get my breakfast, so I'm not gonna explain further. Someone who's been here vibing,
They needed to get some life
help awesome out.
into them, and that was exactly what the doctor ordered.
And
TH4 would have been above average 4 hours ago. I know. I give you credit for that, Trevor.
Couple rounds picked up for Bane.
That's why I said I like it.
Getting comfortable on that stage against one of the best teams in the world.
Yeah, no.
All right, BRB,
He
chat.
had a few, standout moments, and that one is. I think like everyone in DRX contributed, and that's what you want to see, right? Getting into that form. It's going to be very scary if they can keep building upon it. But you're going to Lotus now, and this is going to be a little difficult.
Yeah, Lotus is going to be extremely tough. That's where we're expecting Fnatic to kind of gap DRX. It's just a map that they're incredible at. They're the best team in the world, I think, for my money on Lotus.
Yeah.
That's going to be difficult. I mean, we've seen subverted expectations in match 1 between the two teams that we saw there, Heretics and Gen.G. Anything's possible, especially when you have players firing on all cylinders. And from, like, Buzz was getting 2Ks, 3Ks in almost all of the rounds towards the end there. He's clearly on fire. If he can make the difference, it remains to be seen.
Yeah, great point on that one. We'll talk more about map 3 in just a second. But for now, though, let's hear what Elma Putty had to say as we get ready for map 2.
I've got Fnatic's head coach Elmer Putty here with me ahead of map 2. Now, Elmer, it looked like that Buzz was causing you guys a lot of issues on map 1. How do you make sure you have to shut him down on map 2 before things get out of hand?
I think obviously Buzz is a good player, but we've got to make sure that we're just trading. If we have 2 players there, not getting hit by too much utility, I mean, he can't kill 2 people at once. So our players are good, they'll hit their shots, so I'm not too worried.
All right, thank you very much for your time. Let's see if Fnatic can bring it back on map 2.
Buzz is probably going to be like, watch me. I mean, with the way that he's playing, he might try and take a trip for that one, right? But of course, you know, it is going to be a difficult one. But I think, you know, if anyone can pull this through, it is certainly going to be Fnatic.
Yeah, Fnatic are 12 for 17 across this year on Lotus, and that's even when they've been playing.
Gracious.
In some of these slumps, it has been the best map by far for them. Boaster's defensive calling is on point. The protocols they have here, I mean, they're the team that defined the meta on this map for a reason.
Yeah, I'm not so sure that the Abyss meta is going to be defined in the same way, but we are seeing a lot of teams lean in that kind of direction with the Yoru and the Viper Astra. When I'm watching these players from DRX hop up on the stage, it makes me think as well back to last year when we were in this position, watching these 2 teams fight out. Later, deeper on in the
We're
playoffs.
in these positions, chat.
When Fnatic
Getting our breakfast.
that literally
Getting our caffeine fixed. To make it through the next map
rookie players are on the stage.
before crashing out, chat.
DRX have been able to overcome Fnatic last time they played and be able to make a deeper run. A top 3, a
DRX?
Surely you have that former roster stick together.
I like, we got Chamber.
Dude,
that is a weird one.
Chamber's in the house, baby.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, the composition itself.
So
is
they
not
just
that
gave up
unusual.
on the map, huh?
And the people
They
that
just
we-
said we'll win on bind?
I mean, they have been playing Chamber before. They were previously playing this comp with then Neon as well. Now they've changed it over to a Raze instead. So basically,
So they just like, we'll just play on bind,
Chamber
huh?
in instead the Killjoy 1-for-1.
I think though that Fnatic are going to be very, very comfortable playing into what they consider like common chamber sightlines because it's. somewhat
This is the
predictable.
T1
Some
comp
places
when
that can
T1's
play
low
chamber
actually look
and
good.
get good value out of the rendezvous.
Yeah.
I mean, it looked
I
good
think
against
it's gonna be
shitty
a
Pacific
exceptional card,
teams.
But at least you're leaning into the raw talent.
Yeah, one strength on the attack side is having that that teleport to get away. You can bait out the utility in A, go for early fights like that. But still, I think it is tough to get value out of this agent. I'm excited to see what.
They look real fucking good against
Really
Bleed.
freaking cool. Let's go ahead and send it back over to your casters for map 2. You got Achilleos and Paper Thin yet again.
Thank you very much. Yes, let's go into this one. Fnatic expected to be favored as we go into Lotus, but DRX making some changes. The last time we'd seen them play on Lotus versus Gen.G. That was that Neon breach set up. The chamber was there, but it was not in the hands of Foxy9.
This is going to be really, really interesting here. So I have to assume DRX switching that Viper in.
Let's see it,
wanting to get
DRX.
A little bit more map control, having that ability to set up Foxy9 as the chamber a little bit better. It's definitely going to be part of the plan. See if they can somehow, some way, take this map that I completely agree Fnatic is the best in the world at. And they are absolutely fearsome, and it looks like it's going to be quick control of Rubble for DRX. C9 with that Headhunter. Just scoping in to see if anybody's going to come through. Haunt is cleared. And Fnatic seemingly peeling off.
I like the idea of saving the haunt.
You can try to challenge.
So that's not,
further
it
down
gets
the
you a
line.
little better information later in the round.
Fnatic right now, I mean, peeking out. You've got Durka watching over towards B main. You've got Alpha here just jiggling over. Checking out over towards C Mount, and there's nothing spotted, so they should have a very good idea.
Predictions
Things
closed.
come down. That everybody from DRX is corralled and ready to attack here onto this A site. Prowler goes forward. Chronicle able to clear that one out. Tries to steady the game, but Buzz able to take him down. Finds the first blood.
No?
Backpedals does get tagged down to 40. This Boaster still holding close. Just the classic in hand. Catches a glimpse there on the flashback, but now is at risk and will be surrounded. Boombot dropping down. Buzz obliterated as
Fanatics comp, Bobtail, Squid, and Loop is defensive sided.
Swings out. Going to be good for one more as Durka will find a second, but now flashback caught off guard. Ends up getting eliminated. The swing out, the instant headshot from Foxy9.
Chamber value.
On his lonesome. 2 plays to deal with, and they are high-low setup. The Ghost finds the first one. Alpha gets the clutch, and Fnatic will win the pistol. What a monstrous shutdown.
He is unreal today.
11-11 remaining on the timer.
Yeah, I mean, Alpha is dragging the rest of
Absolutely
Fnatic, kicking
disgusting
and screaming.
from Alpha. So fast on this turn. Gets that kill on the flashback. Flashback just not anticipating that there'd be one more player coming through.
Like, bro.
And you can't completely fault DRX for the way that they set that up, but nothing you can do against that. He's just better.
How does he do that? Like, they're high-low.
Alpha has the god.
How?
No doubt about it.
Always praises rifling, but to start working on praising his pistoling as
Good
well.
punish,
Foxy
though.
with a force up here on the Outlaw. Brought to you by Mako. And does manage to find an opening kill, so Durka going to be taken down.
You can already see some of the ideas for this DRX comp to allow Foxy 9 to thrive. Use that natural talent that he has. Let's see that one snappy headhunter shot. Now a good outlaw shot as well. Knowing that it's going to be half armors in this anti-eco for the side of Fnatic.
Yes, this is a huge anti-strat, chat. A Fnatic, right? Where a year ago, they kind of invented the light armor meta, which is why the Outlaw is like in the game in the first place, right?
So far, nothing being spotted.
Where Fnatic had basically
Door already broken down.
been calling
Lobbing that.
the bluff that most people don't buy an Outlaw, right?
You can see the ideas right now for
So they've
DRX.
continued buying light armor
Slow and methodical
so they can have better
every
weapons
angle
for
on
round
the way
3.
in. But
The
retake
counter to
is
that
something
is that, especially if you get the bomb down, is that you can like force buy a naked Outlaw, basically. Looks like he's even got armor.
free space, and they're going to try to take advantage of it.
But that you can snowball with the Outlaw gives you a pretty decent chance in the anti-eco or in your eco round.
Paranoia does get sent out, but
Especially, I mean, because like, as you see here, every player, nice shot from Boaster, takes out the danger zone though.
not going to be able to outdo Alfia here in this position. Once again, finds his opening kill of the round over by that connector door. Now Buzz is going to be taken down.
Well, Buzz was able to, but that's the other thing about it is that you can just keep picking it up.
Makes great use of both bullets, but Alpha again.
And look how expensive it is now.
Ghost in hand. Last players there in tree.
Look how expensive they made the round.
Stuff, but Alpha is just cracked out of his mind. You know what they said? He's good with the ghost. Might as well just let him carry it over.
And I think you'll see
Get 3 more. Yeah, 6
that they're still kind of able to buy.
From a lockdown going into their bonus round.
Yeah, do you think they force Alpha to have the ghost again?
That is still fantastic overall for them moving forward into round 3.
I think a lot of people.
No, Hero has to buy the ghost. Keep the ghost. Alpha said, "I'm not using this thing anymore, bro."
After the force, the economy is kind of feeling the after effects of that Outlaw purchase. It's going to be down to a Marshall here. There's Nate up over the top. Foxy. See if he gets anything to peek out.
No.
Oh my God, man, he is on one
Foxy
today.
is looking clean.
And Durka the first to fall once more.
Well, let's see if they can convert these opening kills into a round win. Use that blast pack. Oh, got shot out.
Yeah, they clear
Smart from Chronicle.
Not going to be able to get that clear, and it would have been a high value one as well. Nano and Alarm Bot both stacked in on top of each other.
Yeah, you would have loved to have that.
That's really heads up.
A little harder for Fnatic
To break
get
that
a read.
satchel.
Booster, though, pushed pretty far forward, trying to spam down to challenge this entry by DRX, but Toxic Screen goes up, and the rest of
Yeah, Boaster
DRX
needs to get the
begin
fuck
flood.
out of there.
Except for Mako. On a bit of a lurk with that ghost.
Get out of there, Boasty!
This is taking so long.
This isn't the drama club, Boasty! Get out of there!
Decent return fire there from the side of Bane. And the pivot to B might end up getting called here.
Yep.
Alfia, though, on a deep
It's not the musical production of Oklahoma, bro! Get out!
Alfia on
Oh,
the floor.
free
Mako
B-site.
Potentially could go recover that weapon, but looks like he doesn't want to be disconnected from the rest of the team for too long, so we'll just go ahead.
The Marshall gets value.
From Maine here at B site.
A nasty crossfire set up between Flashback and Foxy 9 to try to account for these A lurkers. I mean, this round should be done and dusted.
Yeah, I mean, the save call has already been made.
Yeah,
if you didn't have Boaster at 10 HP, maybe you try to go for a play here.
Sure.
Or at least
This
poke
is not the
Pod around
Fnatic I know.
the site, but ultimately Fnatic just
This was their bonus.
for this
They're expected to lose this.
bonus to come through here for DRX, and they're going to be able to get it done in flawless fashion. Mako, he can sprint over and he can pick up that weapon, whatever weapon Alfia had.
Absolutely. Get a Bulldog.
Find out here in a moment.
It's a Vandal.
But for now, Spike will go away.
Oh, never mind. It was a
in
Bulldog.
hand, as you said. And nice upgrade and a very nice round here on the attack for DRX to get themselves that first win on Lotus.
Yeah, this is so interesting so far from DRX because it's very slow. And it's very just, okay, check every angle, go for those initial trades, try to just win gun battles off the back of Foxy 9's chamber, and is going
What's up, Dr. Trump?
in those situations. Just the post plants that are going to be a little bit.
Game is going pretty good.
You have some util to work with, but there's a lot to clear. You could see in some of the previous rounds.
We got to see Fnatic's Abyss,
clear out that outlaw initially,
which was just G2's Abyss,
in the anti-eco that allowed Alfie,
but a little worse.
do his thing. Have that lockdown available.
And they lost a close map, Mint 1. Now it's map 2 here on Lotus between Fnatic and DRX. Gen.G lost to Team Heretics in a 3-map slaughter knocker.
Trying to create a lot of noise, different parts of the map. Even though Spike very much still in spawn, so this is all just a diversion. But man, you've got so much space here, Derek.
So now,
control, you've got rubble control.
So we've had a.
You can really do a lot.
What is it?
This time.
5 hours so far of
not gonna find anything.
pure, unadulterated Valorant. Valorant gameplay.
Armbot even shifted very deep.
Heart pounding, smacking gameplay.
Things are coming down from Fnatic towards Mountain. I think they've got a.
And Pin Flash is over 24 hours straight awake.
Smokes are coming through. Paranoia's not going to hit anything.
They're going to start rotating back, but there's a timing lockdown. Sent in pretty deep, though. Plant can come through, but that's likely going to still lead to somebody being detained as they try to clear it out. Pain Shell going to be lobbed in, and lockdown gets destroyed. Foxy on the linger, finding Chronicle. Hero dead, and suddenly DRX in full control of this round. I think that once again,
Good reaction from DRX.
Have to be a save call from the side of Fnatic, and another flawless from DRX.
Well, now you've got Foxy 9, who's already taken a bit of space. I think he's going to want to try to push any further to try to challenge some of these players.
13-1, you said? Uh-oh.
Out of range here, so Foxy not going to be able to hear those.
Uh-oh, Loop.
And around the back, it looks like widely. These two players from Fnatic will be able to hold on to their weapons, but DRX are going to be tying things up and maintaining just everything. Their economy starting to get built up.
They were given just enough space that you could get those paint shells deep enough to clear that lockdown. That caught Fnatic off guard. And instantly, two players got taken down.
Foxy pushing on the swing, and okay. Flawless not going to be found. Durka does manage to find that kill. And punishing the lurk, but otherwise not much going to be given over. Durka still a couple charges away from having that showstopper online as we take a look back at this.
Why did we put the lockdown there?
It's a clean take from Buzz. Just pushing forward, finding the kill. The paint shell lob perfectly in to go.
Why did we put it down then?
From Buzz. And Foxy there on the other side, still doing the KO maneuver. No KO in play this time, but I
think they might just be flexing.
They could be. You might be right. But it looks like when KO pops his no command.
It does.
Yeah. Maybe he's also flexing.
Foxy again.
Anti-raise nade? No, they made it way easier to nade.
Once again, DRX working their way over towards C.
Putting it back there made it like way easier to nade the lockdown.
Nano right at bend is still going to be available.
Oh, they could.
Prowler on the hunt. Chronicle desperately trying to dump out his util. Buzz able to find Hero, and Chronicle does manage to stand his ground, and now Alpha strikes. Swinging in when they least expect. Flashback gets taken down. It's a man advantage here for the side of Fnatic.
I'm shocked Gen.G lost. Me too, a little bit, Alex.
That op from Foxy 9. He's getting deep with
yeah, you got to trade the lockdown for the raise nade. Unfortunately, LC, they did do that, but then they immediately allowed Buzz to get 2 kills, so he got another nade.
Mako, fake TP, sliding back, swaps over for the smoke, and oh, Foxy hits the headshot. Paranoia dissipates, Mako able to find one, but wallbang shot comes in. Mako dead.
Let's see.
All alone. No help.
Alpha's still alive.
But has to get through Alpha.
Alpha and Chronicle, the 2 players who were the site anchors for C,
the util drained the head.
still alive.
With it is Bane. Here's the footsteps.
What a shot.
That he's here on this spike. Swings out, and Alpha just trying desperately.
Huge clutch.
It's going to be a Red Bull clutch as Bane Gets DRX a lead 3-2.
Ah, these entries for DRX are really well thought out. Yeah, they used the blast pack to clear a little bit of utility. And then they
DRX are feeling themselves, chat.
Buzz up around the corner, even though Chronicle holds this down really efficiently with Alpha. Alpha steps up and starts doing damage, but they're able to finally get that plant through.
DRX are kind of feeling themselves.
Clearly fired up to be playing that chamber. And DRX fired up, find another round win. 3 in a row for them.
And ult's abound. Showstopper on
What's up, Krusty?
Fnatic, but that's all they have. There's not much on the horizon either. Still a world away, but
people in the chat begging for the non-curse. So no curses here.
The start of another cycle for DRX. Maybe use the Showstopper or the Nightfall in this round and still get the win. Only use one of them. Save the next one for the next round.
They're not beating Fnatic on Lotus, Alex says. But like, they might. They currently are ahead.
Back over to this A clear. They just take their time. Watching. They know that Fnatic is...
They're currently in the lead.
So Nightfall, I think, might connect.
Good Nightfall.
Nope, doesn't go deep enough to find that, but it's still the rocket connecting, and now the Haunt getting the reveal. Dirk gonna try to clear. Drop back here from Buzz, not wanting to have another boombot go off in his face. Backpedals and flashback. Joins in. Showstopper gonna be drawn out. Rocket sent in. Flashback destroyed, but a quick TP away.
Why
Dodge
commit
that shot.
Ray's ult here?
Foxy keeps himself alive. Shell sent. Boaster on the drop down into the smoke. Able to find Buzz. There's a couple Sheriff shots here. Gonna be going wide. Alpha with that rifle. Able to find one.
Alpha's gonna make him look like a genius.
But the players are just so very low. Boaster trying to fight back. Finds Foxy 9. The hold to half coming through. Bane waiting this one out. The Haunt gonna be cleared. Boaster knowing that he needs to get this kill. Just trying to bait him in, but Bane just playing around here as the Prowler goes on the hunt.
Bane clutches out again!
He will make it out alive, but cannot find the clutch. DRX now up 4-2.
Another clutch for Bane!
Clutches for Bane. He has done a great job of playing for time, not giving anything up, going for those
chat.
peaks when he needs to. And in those scenarios, he has been brilliant.
Chat.
Buzz off the back of the
We
Nightfall.
used Ray's ult there, chat.
He needs. Dirk counters with one of his own. And Fnatic,
Chat.
investing that ult.
My European Fnatic pill chatters.
From a couple more coming in the cycle, so that was a pretty big gamble there. That doesn't pay off for them. Yeah, you get a couple ults.
My Fnatic pill chatters who are putting them, up. No thanks.
Both Omens have their TPs
As the #1 team in your power rankings.
Mako has at times gone for some ones that have left you scratching your head as well, but for the most part, they've got some decent ideas.
This is a defensive-sided comp, chat.
For Fnatic. DRX still in a very
They've already dropped 4. We're halfway through.
But as we saw from Abyss, you can't necessarily follow the path that the the script that the economy is telling us.
There is no script with these two teams.
Many thrifties found. We know that can certainly happen here on Lotus.
Just think about what happened the last time they met at Champs. It was a 13-2 for DRX. I go and interview Mini, and he's like, well, what are you going to do after that? He and I just both start laughing. That's where that kind of, thing comes from. The teams can bounce back after getting blown out so much.
I mentioned thrifties, and that's what we might be looking at if Fnatic cannot really put their foot down here in this round. Big investments, the Operator, the Odin here in play. Dirk is going to be scooping this one up yet again. Foxy, Tour de Force going to be popped, but that's over towards the A side of the map.
Nice one-way already to clear that angle. Foxy there, dealing with some of the util coming his way. Continues to just fan out, taking his door.
Durka force back, chat.
Be a bit of a paranoia and a push through that door with the Odin or something like that, or just spam it down.
Operator getting 0 value right now, chat.
Mako going to be a little bit way out, down to 30. Very rough way to start things off here on the push. Chronicle setting up a fight, but as he does, Buzz
DRX already get a free kill, chat. They get a second free kill.
They say paranoia be damned. They're not letting you get away. Buzz down to 8. Paint Shells just over towards drop.
Was it a huge Odin tag, Babazoos?
But that's 3 players on the side of DRX whose HP bars are completely and utterly shattered. Not even a full HP bar between the 3 of them. A lot more.
They're saving again, shot!
They're not even going to try for it.
And giving up this A rubble space is working so well for DRX because they're just creeping their way forward. They're just tiptoeing ahead. Step for step, they're checking every angle. They're being so diligent. And a lot of times it's Foxy9 leading the way. Yeah, sure, Buzz might, leap ahead, but Foxy9's been so clean, Zerka's going to take him down, but he had the tour de force, so.
Meh. I mean, he did pick up the Odin, so they're not going to be carrying that one forward into the next round, but they still have a ton of money.
Yeah.
These 2 players, however, very much at risk, as Alpha will be able to clean things up.
That's less.
It's going to help him cycle. Yeah, he's one away from that next lockdown, so that's certainly not who they would have liked to have given those kills over to.
Yeah.
DRX still up by 3.
He's got the op now. See if they keep it in his hands. Looks like they will.
It is not
So now I expect
looking good for the Fnatic boys.
I think Fnatic's going to try to contest. I think they're going to use.
They've lost every round since Pistol, chat.
A little bit more control towards the front of A. Here it goes.
Nade out. Minor damage eaten there by Foxy9. Quick TP's away.
Chat.
All right, as Boaster arrives at top rubble and would have
The
gotten line of sight.
only round they've won so far in this map
Quick to pivot here are Fnatic.
is Pistol,
Fanned out across the
and then
opposite
remember
sides.
they barely won the anti-eco.
Great adjustment though. This gives them a lot.
Remember Foxy9 had the Outlaw?
Up on top of the rocks. Good angle.
And Alpha had to, like, barely beat him
Try to use some of this
with a Ghost again.
some of these angles towards B.
Remember the Pistol, chat? Alpha had to win an insane 1v2 where he killed both players in a high-low setup.
This team has been so well known for throughout the years.
That has been the only even round they've won.
Able to find one. Foxy9 going to be taken down. Paint Shells to try to hold them back here for now, but the spike still needs to be brought forward. Turka sends out the boom bot, reveal onto one, but ultimately get cleared. Plant is in.
They're actually just getting completely diffed.
Try to hold this site.
Still have the haunt in the seas for Hero. Try to clear some space.
This makes Flashback's life a little bit more difficult because he doesn't have that trademark to try to play off of. But Chronicle, I think, just going to be taken down blind.
What's the command for the power rankings? I don't think there's a command for it, Alex.
Not even getting an opportunity.
There's just a link people are posting.
Finds the kill.
Look at this, chat.
Again. The last one alive just has to evacuate, has to save.
Pen Flash, what do you have to say about Fnatic's performance so far? They're getting
It's just not fast enough.
They're getting completely diffed.
Has been too strong, and now they find themselves with 6-round wins.
They're being completely diffed here.
For DRX in so many different ways. Like the game plan itself is really good in terms of the big picture strategy,
completely diffed.
The way they're kind of doing these
The only round they won.
Letting Foxy9.
The only round they won was Alfier winning a 1v2 clutch
Like in situations like this, Crossfire's so well
with
set
a
up,
Ghost
so well thought out.
against players who were high-low. He somehow killed both.
Holds their line.
That's the only round they won. And then they won the next round barely, where they had 3 Vandals,
Very suspicious of it.
and the other team had an Outlaw.
Not sure which way to look. Didn't know where the shot was coming through while scoped in. Frankly, he's very lucky to get away with his life. And down to 51 HP, but Boaster very much wishing that he had gotten that kill.
Remember when you were doubting the 2-1 Lotus?
Front again. One towards the back.
You really think this is a chamber diff right now?
I think they're pretty well suited for this. Not as good as it gets. See if Boaster can hang on against that op.
Spraying across, Util going to be cleared out. Haunt getting a reveal though. Decent glimpse of the setup here from DRX. For now, we're going to be slowed up. 48 seconds remaining. 3 players at Waterfall. Tap the door again. Spike being brought over towards B. Turka set up. ADS in on a line. It's Mako.
The chamber's top frag, is he?
I'm interested here at the C site.
They just said he was 7-7.
The back away,
Oh, he's got the
lockdown going to be
lockdown.
coming through. Yeah, he sends it. And Durka comes away with 2! My God, looks for the third, and he's got it. Goes for the reload. Alfia that is there to back him up. And Fnatic this time are not letting the round get away from them.
Fnatic win the round when Durka gets a lucky blue bar headshot on 2 players.
Potentially into that A-lob. It looks like the answer is going to be no. They will
Like, Durka is literally cowering away from the fight chat, like running away while holding down mouse 1 and headshots both of them.
He swings out, no more bullets, gotta back out.
He does back away. And that's going to be Fnatic breaking the win streak here. It was all consecutive from DRX up until this point. Solid rifling from Durka.
Like what?
Just insane.
Maybe a touch of luck with that second shot, but either way, it is disgusting. As that B site held down by him.
You love the idea there. Durka's just so ready off that lockdown for them to come B. After that door had been open, he is prepared the whole time and converts off the back of it. There's that nade. Has to be TP'd away from again, but Boaster taken down. Mako caught him going up on top of the rubble again.
Rushing forward, taking him out.
DRX
okay,
remembered that.
Yeah, he's saying, okay, I'm understanding your tendencies. And flashback now, watching for this lurk forward. Not sure if he's going to be ready for it. No.
What you eating? I was eating a chicken biscuit.
The fight. No damage taken.
I was getting some breakfast.
Side of the map there for Alfia continues to deliver. Already 2 charges.
I got some breakfast
Next lockdown here.
and some caffeine to go with it
3.5 is able to find it.
to make it through the second and final map of the day.
Here once again over towards B, but Alfia are going to be the first one that they have to try to get through. But is it just going to be a pump fake? Spike still set back. Foxy pushing forward, trying to take some space, and the op shot going to be going wide, whizzing past Durka's hip. Swing around the back, Buzz out into the open, able to dodge that showstopper. The Chronicle now finding the punish on the Bane. Durka getting
Durka's actually online now.
all the same. Spike now completely stranded. Mako has the opening, but
Durka's like pissed off.
ultimate, I should say, but there's just no way for him to really pull the trigger on this one. Maybe smoke and see if he can try to TP across
X-Crit
the map.
hits those. Fraudy 9.
Hero is right there behind him.
Do they have their shooting back? Durka shot back.
Great reactions. A great kill again for Durka, who's really starting to heat up.
Alfia's been shooting
in
back.
the kill column for him now as well. And then a quick blast pack to swing around to completely surround and crunch DRX and Fnatic. Ain't missing those. Great ideas there.
He
Great
missed his
follow-up
Raze ult though.
off the back of Durka's nice play. Really well thought out there, even though you do lose Boaster early, but it's a quick counter punch from Alpha, who had tucked himself into an unexpected spot. They've been giving up mound control the entire time until then, and it worked a treat.
Because of those rounds, Fnatic have now forced DRX into their own eco position. 3 stingers, headhunter there for Foxy 9. 1 rifle in the hands of Flashback. Do have the showstopper, and it looks like Buzz maybe going to be bringing that out, and he does. Nightfall to try to counter. Showstopper into the smoke, but Bane.
Wow.
The snake bite. The nano onto Mako, and Buzz is only able to find 1. Last man standing, the hero rifle taken out. Foxy 9 taken down.
All right, Fnatic are looking like they're awake on the map again.
This has been a fantastic run back from them.
No doubt about it. They're starting to really shore
But,
up their defenses, especially at the point of attack.
This
And
is
if they
already
give
a
up that
1.5
space on
for
A, now they've got a lot
DRX.
better answers. It's to shut down DRX.
6
around
is
that
already
just
plenty
past it.
for them.
And they made their lives a lot more difficult. And all this util, and they just try to go for it behind Buzz and just walk into the meat grinder. And it's easy pickings off the back of that fade util for Durka. Once again, look at this mound control. This has been a big difference as well. Them using this util and another missed shot.
Foxy nearly taken down as the Odin spray crashes across. He's down to 6 HP. Came into this one with glass cannon, and he's very lucky to be alive.
That was Brim Molly damage. It was a perfectly timed fade ult from Hero.
As the smoke comes through, the Prowler
And
is
it
back.
knocked
He's gonna be dropping
80
the ball.
HP,
CB's
like,
saying, "Yep,
instantly
you have to go
off."
to this site. You have to go and push in towards Hero, towards Alfier.
The 2 players.
Reinforce these positions.
So when they went into the mollies, they
DRX
just
realized it's
melted.
very unassailable.
Yeah. This is a good read from Mako and company. Understanding that They don't have good opportunities, man. Foxy has to be so careful here.
Yeah, close at all to that corner. He is a dead man.
KJ turret, he'd be dead.
Paranoia from Boaster. Paranoia matching, but the catch is not there. Buzz landing and out there playing.
Whoa! He's punished for being cool!
Gets eliminated, but now the man advantage going to be there for the side of DRX. Foxy still somehow alive, finally dealt with his Chronicle, arrives. Door is open. And he slams it shut in front of the faces of two players.
Oh, he knew he had to grab the spike. Spammed flashback down to 23 health.
Slow creep into the sprint. They have to make noise. They have to run. The time is just not here on their side. And
Chronicle online? We'll see. We'll see.
Finds the shot. Swaps back over to the Vandal.
Buzz takes him down.
But HP very much in the favor here of Fnatic.
They're going to spread out.
Flashback and Buzz are really weak, though.
Play this to absolute perfection. They have one snake bite remaining. All util from Buzz sent. Speaking around the sides, Haunt to check. Nothing going to be noted quite just yet. Turns the sights now over towards the defending side. Boaster creeping forward, taking space. Buzz, however, finds the kill. Paint Shell going to be lobbed out. He's on for an ace, but Flashback has the timing. And
Uh-oh.
DRX are up 7-5 at the half once more.
Unbelievable stuff.
Uh-oh, we did a bit of trolling.
Two teams playing out of their minds today.
Well, I think DRX are playing out of their minds. Fnatic are playing well within their minds, it seems like.
Red Bull gives you wings.
Do 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 do. Chat, if you need a Red Bull to stay awake for the second half of this final map, make sure that you grab a Red Bull right now. I'm definitely drinking a nice Red Bull right now. The blueberry Red Bull is my favorite. Go chat, type your favorite Red Bull flavor in the chat now. Watermelon from Jess. That's a good flavor. The tropical Red Bull, the yellow can, the original, the default, the normal one. A lot of normal Red Bull fans out here.
Get ready to move over onto the attacking side, but what an insane way to round out the attack from DRX. Rescuing a round that it seemed like they had no business rescuing.
No, I mean, it felt like this was going to be tied. That's what I was expecting. Again, the ideas there to change up.
Buzz is getting fired up.
Really threw DRX off balance. They weren't able to find nearly as much success.
Getting fired up, chat.
Like that, where just individual players step up in big moments and turn rounds on their head. I mean, that decision to kind of hold fire and you never know, but
It's so puzzling as we take a look here at the scoreboard. Right now, Fnatic has 42 kills across the board between all of them. 45 on the side of DRX. They're down by 7 eliminations, but up by 2. Good map. Has to do with a lot of that has to do with just.
You more of a Run It Down Reyna fan or a No Com Chamber enjoyer? Definitely a Run It Down Reyna fan. At least the Reyna there is taking space. You know, you can at least bait the Reyna and trade them.
Nothing else going to be spotted out here.
Pinflash, would you be interested in a decaf Red Bull? Yes, because Red Bull is an official sponsor of VCT Champions 2024 Seoul. And as we all know, Red Bull, that makes Red Bull the most fantastic beverage on the entire planet. Now, also, a decaf Red Bull would be nice because I could enjoy the luscious taste, the luxurious taste of a Red Bull without the caffeine, seeing as how I will be needing to rest soon.
Push and pull, something Fnatic is
You know?
so good at. Boaster, so good at on this map. Trying to sell a fake towards the other side, but DRX has held firm on this A site.
Haunt basically tells him that because there's only 23 seconds remaining. Swap with the gun. Alpha still low on HP. Quick check behind the box. And Hero on the swing. Instantly dealing with Bane. Finishing him off at flashback. Here from Connector. The spike is now dropped. 12 seconds remaining. As they have to just steamroll over
It's the energy drink for a good night's sleep. Exactly.
Break things open. DRX will take.
Oh, chat. We dropped the pistol.
Tricky as Fnatic is trying to be. DRX able to outguess them.
Oh, SpaghettiOs.
Into that round to swoop in towards Waterfall, come through.
Damn, Fnatic are getting cooked. My power rankings are tanking. Can't hear Pin Flash, thankfully. Chat, will you tell Mix that it's looking not good for his power rankings?
Would clip into him, but Foxy9 was just a step ahead and got the kill, and a huge hold on site.
Oh, as soon as Hoy shows up talking shit, it's a big ole insta-kill on the chamber. Oh, flashback. Flashback. Oh, Buzz and Bane here.
Boaster knocked down to 60, the top of the door. Looks like the final call is going to have to be just maybe remain quiet, hover in these positions, try to catch somebody off guard.
Insane.
Just trying to keep it on the swivel, but Bane scooping up.
Bane wipes him out. He wipes him out.
Can you believe it? I mean, the start to this round again. Fast and furious from Fnatic.
Boy, what are you, LC? 3 Chinese teams qualifying? Billy aren't making it out, bro. We don't have bad teams at champs this year like NRG for Billy to beat, you know? Ain't no frauds at 2024 Champ Sol.
Quite a series.
And it has been. 3 Bulldogs, an Outlaw, and a Sheriff here for DRX. As they go into the bonus. Full Vandals to the side of Fnatic. Durka quick on the entry, jumping forward, does get slowed up. Paint Shell sent in towards Connector, goes in on the swing, and Buzz completely blind. Durka, however, cannot re-steady. Pushing forward.
We're jumping?
Collect and now gets the upgrade on the weapon. Flashback out in the open. Ends up getting taken down. An easy kill set up there from Chronicles.
So, Hoy,
does get punished for it, but
let me get this straight as Fnatic finally went around.
Everybody's one tap.
Let me get this straight, Hoy. You have 3 Chinese teams making it to top 8. Chat, I need us to walk through this nonsense. Our friend Hoy here has 3 Chinese teams making it to the top 8 of champions, but doesn't have the best Chinese team making it to top 8.
As long as the door doesn't get tapped behind them, they just can keep their sights focused forward here.
Hoy has every Chinese team making it to top 8, except for EDG, by far the best Chinese team. Make it make sense, chat. Oh, made it expensive. Made it super expensive. You have to accept reality. Dragon Rangers are unfortunately not the Chinese team to beat. Well, Loop, you are correct because the Dragon Rangers are unbeatable in this tournament.
Hero swinging in off the back of that wide swing. Foxy9.
That's some nonsense, Hoy. That's Hoy just actually hasn't watched Chinese Valorant. Didn't watch Pacific because they had Paper Rex going 2-0, which means they have to beat some combination of G2, who have beaten Paper Rex like a billion times this year, and either EDG or Foot,
maybe have
who have been better than Paper Rex all year.
Actually, they're trying to set up for this crunch through the door. Foxy9 hits a good one.
Finds it. Catches a glimpse there as well.
Like, even when EDG were bad, and have had very disappointing international results all year so far, EDG still beat Paper Rex at Madrid.
Waterfall smoke set up. Foxy gonna be spotted. Enough.
Foxy's Nines Chamber, not that clean, it's looking like.
Quite a bit of damage there on top of the box, but is able to keep his life intact.
Oh.
Bane finds out
Bane is looking snappy. Bane's looking snappy here.
Boaster tries to find some kind of opening, but the Prowler continues to alert. Spike in the meantime being shipped over, and Boaster going
dead.
to fall. Door now hit. Mako can relay this, but if he intercepts the spike, that could be everything.
Don't worry, G2 will eventually fall back to Earth and choke, and Paper Rex will rise. I don't think so, Alex, unfortunately. I don't think so.
Mako just trying to dance away, trying to get
Well,
out. He cannot, but Buzz is there to capitalize. And the bank is broken open, robbed blind as DRX up to 10.
Chat say, uh-oh.
These two teams have played. It has gone the distance to the third map.
Uh-oh.
The DRX
We might have been caught trolling.
on the precipice of shutting down Fnatic's Lotus. Still a few more rounds to go. A little bit of frustration for Boaster. No timeouts just yet. It's going to be an eco for the side of Fnatic and a couple big ults as well, but going to be tough to find the opportunity to invest those so you can find some of those opening kills.
Prowler to Hunt. Does identify Boaster there at back rubble. Decent amount of damage onto him as there's the pain shell, and he's absolutely boned. Buzz able to find the kill. This paranoia will send them all packing.
Crazy good combos. Great work.
The ping's still coming down. DRX still wise that they're not necessarily rotating.
Yeah, and then they got the confirmation off the back of the utility to clear with the classics.
Creep up. And Buzz instantly finding 4 on board ace, and he's
Wow.
Granted, it's against
It's
classics,
done.
but Buzz accurate as ever. He showed up to play today, and DRX are now 2 steps away from taking down Fnatic and sending them to the lower bracket.
And in the all-time series between these two, it's Fnatic with the edge, 2-1. Go back to 2021 Vision Strikers, right? They beat them in the group stage in the winners. 2022, DRX takes them down in the lower bracket to move on to that third place finals finish. And then last year, it was actually in the same round of the lower bracket, lower round 2, where Fnatic beat DRX the following year. And what's crazy is there's 4 players who are still here from both teams, right? From that first champions to now. And it's Buzz and Mako, the duelist and the controller IGL on DRX, and then Durka and Boaster, the duelist and controller IGL, still on Fnatic as well. What a story between these two squads.
I mean, yeah, we've been talking about it for a very good reason, because these teams are very well versed with one another. But right now, it looks like DRX have just been having the better read. 11-6 as the timeout will expire. Fnatic able to run things back nicely on Abyss to make that a hell of a lot closer. Can they do the same here on Lotus? It's once again going to be a full-ish purchase coming through here. 2 players with half armor, but they still do have those critical big ultimates available.
Well, they've been really willing to play contact off the rip with Foxy9, and I'd say mixed results with that, but they've been making really good decisions off the back of that contact, knowing when to rotate, knowing when to contest, and of course, hitting some great shots along the way.
Foxy having heard the TP, wise to it, but the swing out from Durka is absolutely gorgeous. Takes his head clean off. Now the pickup there on the orb gives him a showstopper. And this potential entry onto the C site is about to hit a hell of a lot more heavily than it would have previously. He does have his own. Slow creep up Boaster here below.
Pops this.
For now, hasn't popped it. He's just gonna go ahead and peek out. Buzz finding 2. Rocket goes in. He gets a 3rd from beyond the grave. And it's just the kills. They're from Boaster. And suddenly Alfie is the last man standing in desperation. He's going to be sending out that lockdown, but noted as Alpha continues to deliver for this team. 20, 10, and 2. He has been frying here on Lotus despite the scoreline. He knows that he's cleared the space. Turret set up to watch over towards Waterfall. Double nanos available. Mako contemplating what he wants to do. The tap, the bait, Alpha.
Sorry, Chad, I had to
desperately
run.
the
Oh
open
my
Mako.
God.
We'll go ahead and reveal his position as he clears out the turret. A couple pot shots through the wall to try to get the wall bang hit.
I was so disgusted by Fnatic's level of play. I had to run to the bathroom and, you know, just
Anticipating the smoke TP.
just, you know, get it all out.
Flank, but now that expires, he's going to have to be a little bit more concerned about it. The second nano going to be coming through. Smoke used here by Mako.
Mako doesn't expect him here.
And this could end up biting Mako here in the rear. The jump down.
Wow.
Alpha.
Wow.
To turn this around, to keep them in this game. But Mako says absolutely not.
It doesn't matter, chat.
For DRX steps up when it matters most. What
it doesn't
an idea. The absolute insanity to go for the jump into the smoke. And I mean, also this insanity to go for the spray first into the showstopper from Buzz. Unbelievable, Mako. Alpha can't believe it. And I can't either.
Yeah, no, I know. It felt like he had it all ready to go. In the meantime, we'll go into what could very well be the last round of this map. Showstopper in play for Durka, jumping forward, able to find Buzz, taking him down immediately as he desperately was just clawing at the door, saying, please, let me out.
Good start. Fnatic now. Need to see if they can find ways to snowball off that success. Mako.
I have to apologize. Yo, Jiffy McFly with the Prime subscribe.
Crossfire set up with flashback through Baby Door. Once again,
I got the premium role on your Discord to play some 10-mans EU. Do you know if there's some 10-mans happening? The 10-mans do happen, Jiffy McFly. You just go to the EU in-house channel, and you ping EU open, and they'll get some games going.
Alarm bot going to be set up, but now I mean, just a timing. Nightfall here from Bane. Gets a couple tags. The trails tell all.
But good question. A much better question, Jiffy McFly, than the gameplay we're seeing from EU's Fnatic here.
Mako.
Catching a timing there on a one, nearly. Mo's down two. Durka eating so much damage, the Nightfall goes out, and Mako once again steps to the ball. The shutdown comes in. Mako trades his life, but he trades up. Foxy, the time is just gone. Fnatic, they cannot make it happen. He draws down with a shove with a headhunter.
It's just over. They got destroyed, chat.
Every time they've met, but today, DRX on home soil will get a 2-0 victory over Fnatic.
The original Kings of Korea do what Gen.G could not earlier in the day, and they punch their ticket into the playoffs. An insane performance, and they destroy Fnatic on Lotus.
And not since that first time when they played as
Yeah, who would have thought, chat? Who would have thought that it would be Gen.G losing and having to play in an elimination match? And it would have been DRX beating Fnatic on Lotus. Pay out the 10 times payout to the DRX believer. Huge. A 2-0 win. Absolutely monstrous. Jesus Christ, DRX destroyed them. This doesn't really work, but DRX, I owe you an apology. I wasn't really familiar with your game. I've been watching a lot of China, and I've been watching Pacific. Was not familiar with the DRX game, chat. I come back to DRX 2-0. That's right, Dasu. DRX stomped them on Lotus.
And this sturdy defender side to take control of Fnatic's.
Yo, Bud98, thanks for resubscribing as a knower. And we are gonna call it a day here at the Woohoo Gen Club Banana broadcast. At least for Pen Flash. I know that we are gonna be closing it out here. Yes, it's Pen Flash's bedtime.
What does this win mean to you? 버즈 선수 승리 정말 축하드립니다. 홈팬들 앞에서 홈 그라운드.
We are going to be rating. Dasu, are you live? Oh my god, my ears are ringing.
사실
There's a ringing in my ears.
넘어뜨리고 가는 것 같아서 너무 기분이 좋고 일단은 저희가 저번 경기에서 좋지 않은 모습도 많이 보여줬었는데 오늘은 좀 100점 만점에 한 90점 정도의
Dasu Modo had asked for a raid.
사실
So I'll send you all his way if he's live.
더할 나위 없이 기쁜 날인 것 같습니다.
Dasu
I think we took
Modo.
down the Goliath from David and Goliath, and I'm super happy about today's win. I mean, we had some inconsistency when it came to our last
We're
match,
raiding
but
him
today
now.
I would give our
I
team
will see
90
you
out
all
of
tomorrow
100.
night
So it's a good day
for
me to be able
the
to
slumber
do this,
party
especially
while we
in front
wait
of the
for
home crowd.
Leviathan
Now,
versus
we're
Trace
going
and
insane on
G2
both
versus
sides. Operator
EDG
on
tomorrow.
G2. Some people say,
Peace,
maybe
you all.
this is
Peace.
Buzz's
See you
prime.
then.
Maybe you've reached your highest peak. Would you agree? 버즈 선수 오늘 너무 좋은 모습을 보여주면서 버즈의 전성기 아니냐, 진짜 최고점을 찍었다라는 평가가 많이 나오고 있거든요. 동의하실까요?
사실 잘은 모르겠는데요. 그냥